welcome to Charmed Persons. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I hope you've had a good weekend so far. We, as you can see by the fact that there was a battle map currently on the screen, left off last session in the midst of a rumble with an adult blue dragon named Alekar. Our party had just defeated Pildor Swiftstream slash Xavier Synax in the ruins of Devis on the continent of Samtia, finally avenging all of the deaths of their companions from the first session. But the celebration was cut short when dragons appeared and attacked multiple major cities in Erubrion, as well as flying over the party themselves. The party, quick to action, got on the ship that Captain Ace and their crew had commandeered from the Jarpa, a cult of extreme servitude that was sailing nearby and gave the ship over willingly. They eventually made it to Stagham to see the city was covered in lightning scars and burns from the attack of the adult blue dragon. The city was hurt and was. Oh, you're right, you are. Thanks, chat.
You were about to tell you.
Yeah.
We were gonna let you recap first.
Yeah. Here, let me see what I can do about this.
Chat coming in clutch.
Why is it so small?
That's what
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
Wow, Angie, how did you end up inside the dragon? I don't understand.
Also, let's take quick stock that the dragon is currently pooping out a lightning bolt.
Yes. It's a minor illusion part.
No, dragon,
Sorry,
you're supposed
I just got a
to
little bit
eat
over it.
lightning and crap thunder. That's how it
Oh, that's right.
That dragon didn't pay attention in dragon school.
God damn it. Fucking dragons.
I had to go to the Twitch to see what was going on.
I still am not sure how this is happening. Okay. This is
Maybe it's
usually
the
not
dragon.
an issue.
Yeah,
It
this
look-
is the
it looks like your
first time
actual,
this has
like,
ever happened.
Border
it's like
got
there's
weird.
it's
Yeah, that
smaller
one.
than it
There we go.
allows.
That looks
Ah.
better.
Spin it
Like
that
your
way.
whole screen border, you can't see. You can see, yeah.
Oh, what?
Just put my camera up there, and you can take my little slot.
Bro, this is crazy.
Kind of like just your eyes.
I know.
Just
That
sit up,
forehead was pretty cute.
just
Like
sit
we're all
up
listening
super
to a
straight
Hey!
for the whole thing.
Ah!
Hey!
Hey.
It makes it
There
a little
he is.
awesome.
There he
We did it.
is. Look
We
at his
helped.
face. We did it all.
Only us.
Go us.
The lake keep time.
Hey, guys. And chat. Thanks, David. Also, hi. We usually don't speak to the chat during the game, but what's up, dude? How you doing?
But you only.
Only him.
Thanks for the
Yep.
warning. Sorry about that, guys. I was being all serious with the recap. You guys made me look a fool.
Do it again.
You're like the neighbor from Home Improvement.
Yeah, only the
Yeah,
top of your
yeah.
head looked like a fool.
You're gonna kill us all anyway.
We don't know what the rest of you look like.
Yeah.
So upon
Look like a fool
discovering,
till you kill us.
the city, large chunks of it in ruins, they met up with Bertram Nader, the one of the surviving council members of the city of Stagham, and they also were able to find Drigo, Pharaoh's love. He was deformed from the attack, but was able to be healed. Um, However, he did come bearing some sad news as Avra found out that her mother had passed in the attack, and in the same moment received a letter telling her that her father was indeed Caldwell Fletcher, as she had suspected, one of the other members of the Council of Stagham, who also perished in the attack. Um, but didn't have much time to grieve as the party was rejoined by Vix and by Franklin as they made their way from Lake Peak to the city of Stagham to warn the party about a vision that Gringa, the old lizard folk shaman in the village that Vix is from, had a vision about these dragons and what they meant and how they came about. And the attack happened obviously before he could reach you, but he decided to join you all, and you joined Bertram and a scouting party out through the nearby village, where you ran into some Angelkin members, and Rev had to kind of deal with that and inform the others of what was going on. And it was um, it was not until the rest of the party actually confronted the Angelkin that they were able to kind of get rid of them and make continue on their way. And the Angelkin left the town and headed to Duskhall, leaving Dewshire. And the rest of the party continued into the Hillgoth Grove, where they moved throughout the forest and then were able to find the lair of the blue dragon Alekar. And the council member Bertram, he let himself known that, he and his party were not going in there to attack. They only wanted to make sure that, this is where he was in this kind of like plateau area of slate rock, where this cave was. And the rest of the party went in there and found the dragon asleep. However, dragons are very perceptive, and the dragon was awoken when Elber made his way into the cave, and the battle commenced. It's been what feels like a very long battle, but short in actual time. The dragon has caused the party quite a bit of damage, but also vice versa. The dragon is looking beat. There's parts of his body that are cut with like blue, dark, viscous liquid that is the blood from within him. His eyes are wide. His slit pupils as dilated as they can be, as he definitely looks to be looking for an escape. And as I said, we stopped in the middle of the battle last time. So let's go ahead and get this going. Battle music.
Talk to y'all.
We stopped at the Eric. Yeah, were you about to say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just said it's on.
Oh, it's on. Okay. We stopped at the top of the turn order last time with Vix. So Vix is gonna go, and then Rev, and then Elburn. You'll be on deck after that. And then to just remind you, it'll be Franklin, and then Atticus, and then the dragon, and then Ray, and then Avra, and then Kelphi, and then Pharaoh. So we start at the top of the turn order with the man, the lizard himself, Vix. Vix is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to run over behind this rock here and shoot an arrow. I need to get my dice out. I forgot to get those out. And he is going to miss with his arrow. Great.
Nice
So that is Vix's turn, as he does not have extra attack yet. And that'll be the end of his turn, meaning Rev. It's up to you now, buddy.
Rev, remembering what was happening 2 weeks ago, looks around and realizes that Franklin has been knocked down.
Oh yes,
and,
Franklin is unconscious. Yes, yeah.
and overwhelmed by a need to keep everybody up and alive. He runs over to Franklin using his dash bonus action to give him his health potion that he has on hand.
Okay, awesome. Go. How much do you heal Franklin for?
Franklin gets. He gets 9 points of health back.
9, nice. Okay, so you come over and Franklin is just, his armor is just charred from where the lightning had hit him. And he is laying on the ground, bits of his skin underneath his armor, on the collar of his neck you can see are like bubbling and boiling from just sheer heat and shock of the lightning itself. And you come over and you uncork the bottle with a pop, and you pour it into his mouth, closing his mouth and closing the nostrils so that he forcefully swallows the potion, and then he pops back up as you see some of those boils kind of fade away and heal over with good new skin. And he kind of looks up at you. Holy, oh my, this is... I may have bit off more than I can chew.
Happens to me all the time. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay, alright. It is, the dragon is now going to take a legendary action. He is going to do a wing attack. Okay. So everybody within 10 feet of the dragon, Ray, this is going to include you and Tiny, Elburn, Atticus, and Pharaoh. This is all of you as well. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Elburn and Pharaoh, you get a +4. Just
Awesome.
to remind you, you're within 10 feet of me. Dexterity saving throw.
I got a 19.
I got a 15.
I rolled an 11. I'm assuming that fails. I'll use my ring of evasion.
I'm also going to use a reaction to use a superiority die and use a reaction to reduce whatever damage that I'm going to take.
What's the ability that you're going to do that with? Because isn't
Parry.
What?
Parry.
But what's the... Doesn't it say a melee attack?
Oh, is this not is this not like a wing hit?
No, this is like... He's hitting you actually with air.
Oh, okay, JK.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The Ring of Evasion will allow you to succeed the saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody else does fail. The DC was 20.
I got a 21.
Okay, Ray, thank you. Sorry, you got 21, so you succeed. So if you failed, you get 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Cool. I'm
I
unconscious.
failed. Okay.
If you succeed, you take 7 points of damage, and you are not knocked prone.
I still would have failed. I still would have been unconscious.
Grandpa.
Okay, so Elburn is now... he has his skull and crossbones there, but he's just unconscious. Pharaoh, are you prone?
I'm prone, yeah.
Okay, but you're not dead. The dragon is then... So he sees what's going on, and then he roars back and rears up on his hind legs and beats his wings extremely hard. Elburn knocking you down and hitting the rock behind you, immediately just blacking out. The rest of you are... Pharaoh, it's a little bit too much for you, and you hit the ground, but the rest of you are able to take the blunt of the damage. What did Tiny get?
I don't think I roll. He just goes as my bonus action. Should I roll for him?
Yes. Yeah, you should
Okay.
roll for him.
Dragons can't hurt other dragons.
It's the
What?
rule.
That wasn't a spell.
Oh, I guess, yeah. I have a.
He's right here. There we go.
He got an 18, so he's a little bumper.
Yeah, he took 14 points of bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
Okay.
The dragon is then going to
I don't know if I should have used that ring of evasion. I don't have a reaction.
I mean, how much HP do you have?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
At
fuck
40.
off. You're
Look.
fine.
No, I'm saying to do an attack of opportunity.
Oh.
We're all fine except for you.
I've literally gone down, I think, 2 other times.
I mean, we thought we were fine, and then he took us from full health to being unconscious in the
I
first
just
round.
I
of
just
combat,
assume
so-
that you're gonna get knocked unconscious.
Things
Don't
still
worry.
Yeah.
Still farting lightning out of his ass. Oh, now he's not.
Oh,
Ray, you get an attack of opportunity on the dragon as it flies right above you. So with your hand axe, if you want to get an attack of opportunity on it.
Can I do that still, even if I'm frightened, or would that be moving closer?
Oh yeah,
to
you are
him?
frightened.
So I
Just
can shoot an arrow.
no, you would want to use your hand axe because he's gonna fly within melee range of you. It'll just be at disadvantage because you're frightened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it.
Wait, no, I remember specifically at the end of last session that we did everybody's saving throws and we celebrated the fact that everybody succeeded and were no longer frightened because like we didn't do your
Okay,
saving throws
yeah.
at the end of your turn or something like
if the
that.
exits every turn.
Yeah, and I was like,
I
nobody's
remember
frightened. I remember saying
Well-
that. So
I'm gonna take it.
yeah, so this will just be a straight roll for you.
Okay,
Kick his ass.
so straight roll with my little hand axe. Oh, come on, baby. You're so cute. Look at you. You got a dirty 20.
Woo!
Dirty 20 hits.
Dirty
Okay. Oh man, I didn't pick any of the right dice. Here we go. All right. I only get one. It's only one attack, right?
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
though I
because
have
it's a
two,
yeah,
just
because it's an opportunity
Okay.
attack. It's just one. Yeah.
It's not an attack.
No.
That's gonna be 8 points of pierce damage.
Nice. So
No.
yeah, the
Slashing,
dragon.
Sorry.
The dragon roars back and beats its wings, knocking your companions down. But you widen your stance and are able to brace yourself. And as the dragon soars right above you, you take out your hand axe and just swing at it, cutting part of its abdomen as it slides right above you. It roars in pain as it soars above you. That will be the end of the dragon's legendary action. Meaning it is now Elburn's turn. Elburn, I need you to roll a death saving throw for me, buddy.
You're always doing that.
I always am. 12.
12, that is a success. So one success for Elburn. It is now Franklin's turn. Atticus, you are on deck. Franklin is going to look at you, Rev, and say, he's looking at you and he says, "Thank you, I highly appreciate it." And then the dragon, you hear this, the dragon just lands behind you, and Franklin's eyes go extremely wide, and he is just going to go on the other side of this rock and just crouch down. He is going to attempt the hide action. And gets a 21 on his stealth roll.
Oh my god, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Passive perception on this adult blue dragon is 22, though. And that is the end of Franklin's turn. Atticus, you are up, buddy.
I will use my bonus action.
Ray,
to
you're
cast
on deck after the dragon. Sorry, go ahead.
Thunderous Smite. So I got
Ooh.
Thunderous Smite going.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 30 feet. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move right there.
Yep.
And I will strike twice.
Dude. You're using
So
the
first
Glistening Sun, right? I think you're within 5 feet anyway,
Yes.
but you are using the
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
So it takes 1d8 plus 2d6. It has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked or be pushed 10 feet back. I'm assuming it's going to make it. But it takes another 2d6 of lightning damage.
Its saving throw is only a 14, but it is going to use its second legendary resistance and succeed it.
Okay. And then it takes 10 points of slashing damage and then 3 points of thunder damage, if that makes a difference.
So total of 13?
10 and 3, yeah.
And then was there any damage before that?
No, now I'm going to
Okay.
do my second attack.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure.
14.
14 does not hit.
And then I believe that's my turn, action, bonus action, movement. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, so you run forward, grabbing your holy symbol and squeezing the handle of the glistening sun, and it almost starts to reverberate and vibrate as you are running towards the dragon with the thunderous smite cast on it. You send the glistening sun at the dragon as it's trying to get out of this cave, it seems, and you stab it right in the back of its hind leg. A bit of lightning almost comes out of the wound, and then almost as if a storm itself, the thunder of your thunderous smite cracks from the wound that the sword has entered into, and the flesh and scales of the dragon kind of open up even more, and it roars back in pain, starts clawing at the rocks in the cave, and then it looks back at you, it being his turn now, and he is going to excuse me, sorry guys.
That's what he's gonna do.
Then at the beginning, lightning came out and we all suffered for it.
Rawr.
Rev, I need you to make a athletics check for me, buddy.
Boo.
Play that back down. It's way in.
I got a 15.
He didn't get very high for a dragon, but he did get an 18. So Atticus, the dragon, looks back at you, and it growls, and this blue viscous liquid is coming out of its jaws, and it says, "I will not let you win." And he swings around, and his claw swings in this large arc, grabbing Rev, curling him into his body, and starts soaring out of the cave. Atticus, you get an attack of opportunity if you want it.
I'm going to take it. 22.
22 hits.
I will pump a second level Divine Smite into it, my last second level spell.
Okay.
So that's going to be, I believe, it's been a minute. 2d8, so an extra 3d8, so 4d8. Come on, baby.
Oh my god.
That's, I rolled 3 8s and a 3, so that's 24, plus 3, 27, plus 6, 33 points of slashing damage.
Hot damn.
Okay, so this dragon is flying away, and you take the glistening sun as you see him grab Rev, and you swing it out towards the creature. We'll get back to that in just a second. It is going to use a legendary action to take a tail attack on you as it leaves. You'll see why I'm doing this here in just a second.
All right.
But it is going to do that.
3 8s.
It's because you want to kill us. Like, we know why you're doing it.
No. You'll see. 10 plus. Where's its tail? Oh, 22 to hit.
I'm like shaking right now.
22 to hit?
22? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 21.
Okay, 9 plus 7 is 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you. But what happens is it swings its tail towards you as it's leaving to get you out of its way, and you take the glistening sun and you swing towards it, and you completely chop off the end of this dragon's tail as it is flying away. However, the tail does come back and hits you and knocks you into the ground. And the dragon continues to fly away as it is severely hurt by the fact that you just chopped off the end of its tail. However, it is not dead. And so the dragon is going to fly 80 feet with Rev in his grasp. So they are currently off the map. We will get to... And that's the end. I mean, that's the end of the dragon's turn. So Ray, it is your turn.
What?
Wh-
How long does prone last?
Prone just means you use half of your movement to stand up.
Okay, because Tiny's prone, but I'm not. Can I like get him up, or does he?
Would JMO have also got an attack of opportunity? No. Where are you?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I did not
I think
remember
I
where
was
it
still like at least 10 feet
Yeah.
maybe away from him.
Just because she's in his melee attack range does not mean that he's in hers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I? Would that just be his?
Yeah,
Is it half of his movement?
technically half of his movement. Because he's a flying creature, I'll take away a quarter of his movement. So his flying speed is 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
I'm-
I still am trying to figure out how to get him all
It's-
the way on my thing, but yes.
Yeah,
I will
it's
be.
fine. I think it's 60 feet. Let's say he used...
40.
Oh, it's 40?
Yeah.
I thought I made him faster. Didn't I make him faster when you
Oh,
leveled
he's
up?
faster. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
gosh.
60. Yeah.
One day I'm gonna
So I'll
have to put this
say,
together.
because he's a dragon and can fly, I'll say it won't do half. I'll say it'll do a third. So he uses 20
Okay.
feet of his movement to stand up, so he's got 40 feet left.
Okay, so ball sacks.
Of just his regular movement. He can also take a dash action and do 60 more.
Okay, so I'm gonna like go over to him, be like, "Come on, buddy, you got this, buddy."
Buddy.
And Kiko, and hop on him once he's used his business. So then you said I get 40 of regular plus a dash of 60?
Yeah.
Or just a dash of 60 total?
No, you can get a total of 100.
Okay, I'm going 100. I'm flying after this.
Okay, so you
fucker.
get 40 to the edge of the map, and then he was
Yeah.
like here and then had 80. So you're not catching up. You don't catch up to him this round, but you're within. If you go, you're 40 feet away from him. You get 40 feet away from him.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah, cool. So use Tiny's movement. You can use your attack action if you want to.
Yeah, I'm about to cut off those last two brambles. Because I have been keeping track by rolling at dawn. So I have my long list. Plus, I still have Hunter's Mark on, so we're about to do this equation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For number 1, first longbow with a bramble is going to be... that is so many numbers. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Alright, and then that's gonna be D8 plus 4. Thank you for bearing with me. Math is so good for you. That's gonna be 11. 19 on that first arrow, plus 2 of bramble.
19 points of damage on the first arrow? How'd you get that?
No, This is what happens when you follow an equation that you wrote down last week, and then you don't remember why you wrote it into. Okay, hang on. Okay, first arrow hits. This is my first arrow. 11 for the first arrow. Do it twice because it's the second arrow.
What did you roll for the second attack?
I'm gonna start this over.
Okay.
This is what happens. I just watched 2 straight episodes of Exandria Unlimited, and now I'm doing this, so I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Second attack. So it was
11 points
11
of damage.
for the first arrow.
Okay.
Second arrow was 20 dirty to hit.
Hits.
Then we're gonna roll damage. If I just do it one at a time.
Yeah.
Not get too excited. So that is gonna be so that's 8 points of damage for the
8.
second arrow.
Okay.
Is that
No, it's just it. Go ahead.
so? Then I also have a +2 to each of those damages for the bramble arrows.
Okay. So that's a total of 11 plus 8 is 19 plus 4 is 23 plus Hunter's Mark. Roll a d6 for Hunter's Mark.
That
Did you roll a d6 for Hunter's Mark?
6, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't
got
hear
a
you.
6.
Sorry, I didn't hear you
Sorry.
say 6. So that's
that's-
total 30.
Yeah.
Angie, how would you like to do this?
Yeah.
I am so glad you said that because I felt so uncool with all those numbers. And next time I'm gonna write my equation down before we start again so I remember everything. Also, it
I'm
sucks
smiling,
because
but
it's
I'm
powerful.
so mad right now.
I know. Okay,
About to have
so
the weight of a full dragon land on top of me.
so first arrow goes in and I tried to aim right for the neck area, the back of the neck area.
Uh-huh.
Second arrow goes in and it's going right through the juicy part of the eye socket.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
you take the first arrow and you are aiming it and you feel the magic of the arrow flowing through your hands as your thighs you're straddling Tiny and he's flying underneath you, providing you the support that you need. As you hear him screech after the dragon that's carrying Rev, you loose the first arrow and it slams into the scaled back of the neck of the dragon. Rev, as you are flying with this dragon, you feel its clawed hand squeeze tight around you with a as it growls from the arrow that hits its neck. And as it growls out,
How high off the ground are we?
you were he flew 80 feet out of the cave, so he didn't get much air. I would say you're about 20 feet off the ground.
I would like to look for an opportunity to kind of like misty step out of his grasp. Hopefully, not just teleporting into like the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Or rock or something like that.
Yeah, no worries. So then as he roars back and kind of squeezes you with his clawed hand, a second arrow is loosed from Ray, and the arrow flies through the air with such velocity that at first, Rev, you think the arrow just misses the dragon completely because it flies past the head of the dragon. But then you realize that it didn't fly past the head of the dragon, it flew through the head of the dragon as it tilts its head down slightly. No, as its like yellowish blue eye is just completely just drooping from its socket on its left side, and the right eye is squinting in pain. And you feel the wings beat slower and slower, and then using the magic imbued within you, you misty step on top of the dragon, landing on the dragon, as the dragon then slams into the ground, and you ride the spine of the dragon as it skids about another 60 feet to a stop, and you are there standing upon the corpse of the dragon Alekar.
I did it.
And
I
that's the end of
fly.
that's the end of combat.
I hear Rev go, I did it. And I fly by, like, looping around and be like, no, you didn't. And then, like, back into the cave to see what everybody else is.
I'm gonna heal Elburn.
Uh,
I'm gonna
gonna-
walk. get
just
up
for the
and-
just for the fun of it, roll another death saving throw. Elbow.
No, it's gonna be a natural 1.
Natural 20.
Actually, no, it was a 19.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
All right, you get 10 HP.
You wouldn't even have had to do that by the time it was Pharaoh's turn, but I wanted you to.
Atticus is gonna run out and start cutting off the head of this dragon.
Funnily enough, as it takes you, solidly 30 seconds to get out there because it's a good chunk of ways from the cave entrance, you notice something very strange about the dragon, Rev. As you're standing on top of it, you notice that you start, like, sinking slightly. And you look down, and your feet are, like, starting to sink into this dragon. And starting to, like,
Gross.
go into it as if it is, like, mud.
Yeah, I try and like wade out and off this thing.
Yeah, you're able. It's still solid enough that you're able to kind of
Yeah.
like get some footing on some solid places and jump off. But
My
as
real question is, are the legends true? And am I Dovahkiin?
the soul starts.
Mhm.
Atticus, as you approach, both of you start to see as this dragon literally starts to just melt in front of you. And it's not a melting away of the flesh, leaving bones behind. The dragon itself becomes a puddle of this blue, gooey mess. That's well timed. Of this blue, gooey mess that just kind of coalesces, and it even shrinks down into this puddle, and it starts getting smaller and smaller, and you can see, you no longer see scales or legs or teeth, and it's just the same color of blue that the scales were of the dragon coalesces into this somewhat thick, viscous little pile of goo on this slate rock, until eventually, at the center of this large pile of goo, is a basketball-sized sapphire.
It's a basketball.
It's a basketball.
It is a basketball. It's like a
Atticus shoots on a skyhook.
It's like a basketball size, maybe a little bit smaller, gleaming sapphire in the middle of this pile of goo.
I feel bad because I promised the town the head of a dragon. Makes me a liar.
You have to give him a sapphire.
I think they'll probably appreciate a sapphire more.
I have an empty bottle of butt water. Can I fill that with the goo?
Sure, yeah.
Similar question for I have a poisoner's kit with some empty vials. I'm sure I
Yep.
want to like get some blue goo.
Yeah, if you guys want to get some goo vials, you definitely can.
Goo.
I am still in the cave, having just woken up. I look at Pharaoh, and very, very calmly as I like sit up, just, did we win?
I'm pretty sure that the dragon grabbed Rev and flew out, so I think we're still in peril. Who knows?
Fuck! And I run out of the cave.
Yeah, if any of you exit the cave, you see Rev and Atticus standing over this pile of blue goo with a large sapphire in the middle.
I would walk over and
Doing chest
like
passes back and forth.
dribbling drills.
God, I said it was
Yeah.
basketball size.
I'm open.
Here you go.
What?
Kelvy's
What?
gonna just go over and try to pick up the sapphire.
I mean, it's super heavy, but it's there.
I mean, she's gonna try to. I didn't say she could.
Yeah.
but-
No, I mean it's especially for a halfling, it's super heavy, but it's about It's about your weight, so it's heavy for you to get up there, but you can lift it.
Does it look any different than just like? Because I've seen at least like emeralds and stuff. Does it look like just a really big sapphire? Or is there something off about it?
It does look like a very big sapphire. It's strange because it doesn't look any different from what you've seen, which is the strange part of that is you've only seen cut made gems. So this is a gem, a bit large sapphire that looks like cut. It looks like maintained and not just natural created.
I'm gonna go up to the sapphire and cast identify.
Nice.
While she does
Um,
that, I just say, "Is this how dragons are made?"
So
There.
I'm assuming you do this as a ritual, so you take 10 minutes with
do.
the gem.
Yeah.
Is there anything that anybody wants to do while she's casting
Does
identify?
anything
on the
happen
gem?
if I touch the blue
Um,
goo with like my hand?
No.
Just like bare skin.
No.
Does it feel? What does it feel like? Just like
It feels like it's so hard to explain it as anything other than like it's like a mud texture.
okay.
It feels like mud, like blue mud.
Like Nickelodeon gack or something. or-
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
No
Oh,
one's
we
gonna
got
believe us.
slimed.
Except like definitely it's for sure like liquidy.
Okay.
Like
I
if
go
you
back
like
to
if
the
you were to
cave.
throw some at a wall, it would go down. It wouldn't stay.
I go back in the cave and look for shit. Since now I know that we're fine and someone's doing something to identify the sapphire.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check in the cave.
19.
19. You see that the electricity that was kind of flowing between some of the stalagmites on the ground has dissipated. You find in one corner, like the back right corner of the cave, you find various bones and corpses of local fauna, and some humanoid corpses as well, that presumably the dragon used as meals. You find some scat from the dragon. You that back left corner is a large pool of water that you notice the waterfall going into. So you do notice that there's probably some underwater passage that goes somewhere. And that's about all that you discover. This cave has been the lair of this dragon for a very short period of time. So there's not much around. You investigate the humanoid bodies of the corpses, and you find a rusty saber on one. You find some like leather and fabric cloth pieces every once in a while, and then you find probably like 10 gold that you can probably
I'll take that.
rummage through the bodies, but that's that's about all you can find.
I'll take that. I do also want to go over to the underground passage area and just kind of like see what I can see without like swimming.
With the waterfall hitting the water, it's pretty ripply, so you can't really see past the surface of the water.
Let's
Right,
swim
and
in
it's
there.
clear that there is something underneath, not just like where the water's coming from.
You
above.
just figure there must be, because there's a waterfall going into this pool of water, so if it has to be draining somewhere else, it'd be filling the whole cave.
Got it.
You should swim in there and check it out.
I honestly was just pointing it out as like something you discovered during your investigation roll.
I think if I'm going in, I just kind of go, and I turn around and I leave the cave, going, Farrah, if you want to swim in it, you're more than welcome to. But
Sure.
see, now I just want it to be clear that was an example of sarcasm.
Yours or mine?
Were you?
I
Were
don't
you
think
being
either of us are
sarcastic?
gonna go into the water.
No.
I start taking off my armor.
Okay.
No. See, now is this a bit that you're doing, or is this like, are you gonna swim?
I've never done a bit before. And then I jump
You're-
in and then I jump in the water.
Oh God!
Yeah. You jump in the water. It's pretty cold, but nice. It's refreshing.
The water's
I,
great. Jump in.
I immediately go, you know what? You investigate real quick, and I take my rope out and I just start to tie a lasso around the end, just in case like he gets too far. Like, go ahead, man. Like,
I do a full like water dance routine, leg kicks,
Roll a performance check.
only for Elburn. Oops,
Well,
I got a natural 1. A 3.
Elber,
Do you drown?
Elburn, you notice that
Oh my
Pharaoh,
God, that's how he does.
Pharaoh is all of a sudden really struggling with the water.
Pharaoh can't swim now.
And
That's
Pharaoh is having some trouble staying afloat in the water.
yeah, I go ahead and throw the lasso out to him.
Do you try to grab the lasso?
Yeah.
Roll a just dexterity check. Both of you.
Oh, okay.
I got an 8.
Oh! I got a natural 1, so that'll be a 4.
Okay, so Elburn,
Uh-huh.
Pharaoh has grabbed the rope.
Don't.
Go ahead and pull him in. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
He's gonna. Okay, that's better. That's 18.
18. Okay, so Pharaoh, it's kind of hard to see with the water like moving around with the waterfall. But Elburn feels you on the rope and starts pulling. What he doesn't notice is that he's lassoed the rope around your neck.
Oh
And
my
so he
God!
he starts pulling you by the neck with the rope.
This isn't a bit. This isn't a bit.
You're going to take hold on. You're gonna take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from the rope squeezing your throat. He doesn't notice that it's your throat, so what do you try to do to get him to notice?
I start flailing my arms around, just flopping around like a fish.
All right,
Yeah.
Elburn, roll an insight check.
Oh my God. 9.
You got to get him in fast because he is like not doing a good job. He's
Okay,
really
I can
flailing
get out.
everywhere. So yeah, roll another athletics check.
Oh God. 14.
Okay, so you start pulling him in
Appetites him.
a little bit further. This time you're gonna take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, I'm taking more damage from this than the dragon.
as the rope has now completely cut off your airway, and is like bending your esophagus. You like gotta let him know. You you either gotta try to get the rope off or you gotta let him know. Like you gotta do something.
I try to take the rope off my neck.
All right, roll an athletics check. Elburn, roll an
Please get a
athletics check.
1. Please get a 1, man.
Watch me in a natural.
I got a 14 athletics check.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. So you're able to pull the rope off of your neck, and Elburn, you
Jesus
feel the rope
Christ.
lose its slack.
Oh shit! And I pull the rope as far as I can. And how far is he?
I mean, he's just right there in the water, but now he's like stopped moving, so the water's like calm and like you can.
I
Fair-
pretend like I'm dead.
Pharaoh, make an intelligence check for me.
Ooh, yes. 10.
10. You notice that where the water is draining is actually kind of really close to the waterfall, and you weren't really paying attention at first. Elburn, you see Pharaoh stand in the pool of water.
I just look at him, and like with the rope, I just drop it and go.
I do the same. I just look at you and put my arms up. knows?
I do want to make it known that like I did fly back into the cave after like before the melting of the dragon and like before all of this. And so I would like to think that Ray just like was flying on Tiny, just like hovering there, watching all of this happen. And just like from the air just goes, You guys are idiots.
You can stand in that water, by the way.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me?
None
And,
of
and
it
it's
was
not
a
like,
joke.
and it's not like you're like, I mean, it's still like you're still like water's up to here on you, but yeah.
Yeah, I climb out of the water and I say, let's not talk about that.
What? Why? Why didn't you grab onto it?
I grabbed onto it very well. You pulled very well, too well.
Elburn, roll a perception check.
13.
You see like a red abrasive like mark around Pharaoh's neck.
Why didn't you tell me you were choked?
I couldn't speak. You were choking me.
Oh. That's fair.
Okay, so Abra, the spell is cast.
Oh my
What a
fucking-
waste of 10 minutes.
That was the best thing that could have ever happened in 10 minutes while we were waiting on the ritual spell.
Avery gets out of the spell and is like, "What the fuck, you guys?"
Abra, you cast Identify, and as you start to finish the spell, you feel yourself become attuned to this item. As you then hear a voice in the back of your head, not audible outside, but one inside your mind, as it says,
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm gonna try to mentally reply and say, "Who are you?"
Why am I here?
I think that's a you question.
Free me.
How?
Shatter the gem.
Where are you?
I know not.
What will you do if you are freed?
I will fight for you. I will owe you a debt.
I'm gonna take a second and figure out if like I wanted to end this communication if I could, or if I'm like kind of trapped here.
What do you mean?
I mean, I want to like.
You're
I
trying
wanna
to
be
see if
like-
you can make him not able to communicate with you?
No, I want to try to like be like, I'm gonna get back to you on this, and then like end the spell and
Hang up the phone.
talk to
It's just a
everyone
voice.
else.
It's just a voice. It's not a spell. It's a voice in your head. You've attuned to this item.
Okay.
And you also know with the Identify spell that while you are attuned to this item, you have resistance to lightning damage.
But you do have to carry around 100-pound sapphire.
Yeah, that.
And do you always hear the voice whenever? Like it just can talk to you whenever?
I don't know.
Oh,
Are you okay, Abra? Everything
I
okay?
don't. I'm gonna say I don't know who you are,
I'm Atticus.
and we, not you, Atticus.
I've traveled with you for months. Oh,
And I have no way of knowing your real intentions.
was trapped by the goddess Shah. She made me do her bidding. If you free me, I will fight for you.
Do I know any? Does that name ring a bell to me?
That name does ring a bell as the goddess that Vix said that Gringa was behind, and that she had behind these dragons, and that she had returned.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna in my head say, okay, Give me a little time.
Shatter the gem. I was trapped for so long. That brief taste of freedom was not enough. It was not even freedom.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Oh, booty. I got a 6.
It seems to be genuinely trying to tell you that it's not. It doesn't mean you harm. It just wants to be free from this prison.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to who's near me.
Yeah, Atticus and Rev are both near you.
Me and
Atticus and
Rev.
Rev.
I mean, I'm still holding the gem.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
killed it. Yeah, yeah.
You held it while the whole 10 minutes while
Yeah, she's like shaking now, but she doesn't want to like
Sweat just
admit that
pouring, yeah.
she's struggling.
I'm gonna tell you guys pretty much everything that I just heard.
Oh, you got a head voice now too.
Yeah, I don't want it to really stay like that. What do you guys think I should do? I mean, it really seems like
Well, I feel like if we do let it out, we maybe shouldn't let it out right now, just in
Yeah.
case it's lying. I don't think we can handle 2 dragon fights in a row.
yeah, maybe try to do it. Maybe try to find a magic user in the city. Although, here's my fear: is if we take this sapphire back, how are we going to be able to convince people that we need to shatter it into a million pieces?
Well, if we shatter it, that will release it, right?
Yeah.
Please, free me.
I mean, I feel like we've earned some goodwill with this city. I think they'll believe what we tell them.
Yeah.
Hey guys, nothing happened in the cave. What's up?
Let's try to.
Man, the dragon really got you, like right here, Pharaoh. I didn't even notice.
You okay?
What happened to your neck?
Elburn choked me.
What?
Hold on. Not purposefully. He was drowning when he could have stood up in the water.
Why did you choke him when he was drowning?
I was trying to save his life.
Elburn was choking me while I was drowning, and
We have way more issues than what
just-
happened.
Yeah,
in that
we'll
cave
deal with
between
this
you
later.
guys. Yeah.
I think that we need to just get back to the city as soon as possible. and
Abra?
figure this
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Will you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh, but
What's the deal with this sapphire?
The dragons in the sapphire talking to you.
Yeah.
Why
He
not?
says he's trapped
15?
and he needs to shatter it.
Huh?
If it's a saving throw, you get a +4 because you're within 10 feet of me.
19.
Okay.
I think we should shatter it, but maybe not in the city
Why are we
Well-
shattering it at all?
to free him.
Why?
It says it wants to help us. I don't really believe it.
Nope.
We
Well,
can take it
something-
to the city. We can
if a
maybe get
creature
a
is
lot of
trapped-
backup.
But it says it was trapped by the same goddess that we heard is the reason behind these dragons. And
The
who-
If you
goddess
were
is-
trapped in a sapphire, wouldn't you say just about anything to get out of it?
yeah, but how would he know that?
Are we talking about the goddess of darkness,
doesn't-
trickery, death? So like this could be a trick.
Well-
or death.
yeah, let's
Well,
try to
I-
get to know the dragon.
Has anyone
mean, I-
heard
I-
the name Alikar before?
Oh well, that's what the dragon was calling himself in the cave.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking in
Yeah.
third person.
Exactly.
That
My
really seemed to
knowledge
be.
of dragons, would Alikar ring any specific bell?
Well, this is a
or do I-
perfect. This is the perfect time for you to roll a nature check. Are you proficient in nature?
I am.
Yeah,
Yes.
roll a nature. Roll a nature check at advantage.
I am yes. It just says yes next to your.
I am nature.
I am nature.
nature.
Nature is me. 16.
16. You know, some specific stuff about dragons. You know that there's that dragons' souls work differently than humanoid souls. Dragon souls are shared with their offspring. So there is never more than one dragon from a certain family alive at a time. There's even legends that each color of dragon is the same dragon since the dawn of all dragons. And each dragon that is freshly born has memories and instincts and knowledge from their previous life. When they're young, it takes them time to kind of gain access and gain knowledge to some of it. But the older they get, it's pretty much like they just are the same dragon.
Some Avatar shit.
Yeah. So that's the way that dragons work, which gives a reason as to why this dragon, even though apparently it's only been maybe alive for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that gives it a reason for being an adult. Well, no, that doesn't give it a reason for being an adult dragon. That was another thing that I was going to say. You notice that it is weird that this dragon apparently came from an egg 3 weeks ago and is the size of an adult dragon. That is strange to you. However, what is not strange about it is the fact that the dragon had a name and a personality and like seemingly had like a full-fledged like viewpoint to itself. And that is something that is not strange because, as I said before, the souls of dragons work differently. So you know that the soul of the dragon, once killed, is transferred into the egg of like the egg of that dragon. So there is no egg, and apparently Avra's hearing it in this gem.
So this gem is not the egg.
This gem is not the egg. You know the eggs to look like more so like smooth stone. They don't look like normal eggs, but they're like large smooth stone, like colored stone. They definitely don't look like gems. So all of that is the knowledge that you do have, so now you know what is weird and what is not so weird about this dragon.
It's weird, and it's not weird. I say to everyone.
What is?
Wow.
What?
All of what I just learned. I say to you.
Yeah, we should not release this.
What is
No.
your name?
Okay, but here's the thing: is this voice is still in my head, and I don't think
Can
that it's
you
gonna stop.
Tell him I said hi.
Can you
Hey, Pharaoh says hi. All right.
Can
I'm
you
not even talking to
unattune yourself to it? Can you like throw it away and like ignore it? I
Can
don't
I?
know.
Please. Don't leave me alone in the dark.
Maybe he'll give you like cool powers.
I say
Let's
we
not get into
free
that
him.
right now.
Yeah, that's risky.
It's not.
Yeah, we don't need the person
We
with
need-
the vampire in their bag to be telling us about the cool powers that they got.
I mean, I'll hold on to the rock if you guys
No.
want.
No, definitely
no.
not. I don't think we shouldn't let it out. I think we should maybe think about it some more.
I think we should keep very close eye on this sapphire, though.
For sure.
Yes.
I kind of want to let it out. I don't know.
No.
Mhm. At least.
You
at
see
least-
what just happened?
Yeah, but
Okay,
you're into
so-
some weird shit, obviously, Pharaoh.
Yeah.
After
What?
what happened in the cave.
Look, I did not want that to happen.
He's into some
Oh.
weird shit. It was very weird.
Okay, there was a part of me that liked it, but
Okay. Well, if we're gonna
What?
wait until we get to town to do something about this, we should start heading because
What
you know
is your
I can't deal with
name?
this forever.
Should we try? Should you try like getting
We
rid of
shouldn't
it?
if we're gonna.
Is it constantly
can't believe
talking
it,
to
but-
you like all the time?
Can I make would I know as a magic user if I can like unattune and reattune to something?
Yes, you don't necessarily know the properties of this object.
Okay.
So wait, you guys went for a swim without us?
No, there was an underground passage, and then I looked at it. I was like, "Oh, not a passage, but like where the waterfall was draining out." And I was like, "Maybe I'll swim in it." And I was like, "No." But then Pharaoh was like, "I'm gonna do it." And I was like, "Are you?" I was being sarcastic, like I'm not gonna swim in there. And he's like, "I don't know what a bit is." And then he got, I'll say, mostly naked, and then into the.
It was
pool.
mostly.
And then he was drowning in, I would say, like 4 feet of water.
As Elburn is talking about this, you hear some clops of hooves as Bertram Nader and some of the other soldiers that he arrived with kind of like come down the valley and meet all of you. And Bertram says, we saw the end of it after it flew out here. Can't believe you guys were able to take that thing down. I mean, that's amazing. I've never seen something like that before. Rev, you just appeared on top of the dragon and drew it into the ground. The strength that would require, I can't even imagine.
What can I say? I know, straw that broke the camel's back, but you know.
We are thoroughly impressed, and Stagham is forever in your debt. I cannot thank you all enough.
That's badass.
I'm just staring at Rev.
from behind Rev, I cast thaumaturgy to make a little fart sound.
Easy enough.
I had no idea, Rev.
Oh,
That's very impressive.
It happens to, I just want to say that happens to me when I get scared too. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, I'm not scared. This was, like relief. We
Oh yeah.
conquered the beast.
It does, yeah, for sure.
Rode the dragon.
You don't have a post-fight fart?
I didn't know that dragons. I didn't know that this happened to dragons when they were killed. This is.
Yeah, Rev does. Not Rev. I can't.
Ray.
Yeah. Do dragons usually melt when they're killed?
No. Really,
Okay.
I didn't even think they turned into sapphires.
Avra,
apparently, either.
Avra, in your mind again, you hear yet again the dragon ask who you are.
All right, I'm going to respond this time.
Okay.
In my head, say, you are the one who owes me information. What are you?
I just want to know who I am talking to.
What are you?
I am Alika,
Yeah, but what are you?
a dragon. You just slayed me
But why should we release you?
because the curse is broken.
What curse?
The curse put on me and the others by Shah.
So you only attacked the town because of a curse that was on you.
Yes.
Why should I believe that?
I should not have even been the size that I was.
How did that happen?
Dark magic.
Okay, well, I'm going to relay all that primarily to Ray, but whoever's around also.
I love this dragon. We should release it.
We should absolutely not.
We should release it.
Can you ask?
No.
Can you
Why?
ask him if we release him? Will he be the same as he was when he died, or will he be
Smaller.
his real age?
Can you also ask him how long he's been trapped?
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah,
One
I'm
at a
gonna
time.
ask one at a time.
One at a
I'll-
time, Elburn. I'm done with you for now. You're killing our friends. You're always dying.
That wasn't
Damn.
my fault.
Sit tight for a minute, just for 1 minute.
No.
No,
I'll say so.
Hey.
So if you were to be released, would this dark magic be undone, or would you still be the size that you were?
What size I would be, but the curse is broken.
He doesn't know.
Like,
Can I
what's
ask
his
my
deal
question
though?
now?
Like, what's he gonna get up to if we do let him out?
He says he'll help us. He says he wants revenge on the person who put the curse on him.
yeah. Well, Blue Dragon.
Kill Shah.
I have to say, it would be really cool to have a dragon on our side.
It would be.
Yeah,
I just don't think we should
We
open
do
him
have
right
a
now.
you guys.
But like a real dragon.
I hear you.
Okay.
Okay, no.
I
It'd be cool to have
like
two
amazing.
dragons.
Thank you, Elburn.
Does that mean I can ask my question now?
Yes, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Ask him how long he's been trapped in there.
How long have you been
Ooh,
trapped in the
good
sapphire?
question.
In the sapphire. Approximately 2 minutes.
Oh my god.
How long have you been cursed?
For a fortnight.
How long? No, I'm
Since we
asking
were in,
Abra.
it sounds like since we were in Devis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Do you know how to find Shar? Do you know where you would even find her?
Yes.
Where?
Will
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh,
can't hear you.
Will you help me?
Unattuned.
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay. I'm gonna speak out loud to everyone. I do believe his intentions. But I do think that it would be not unfair of us to ask for some promises or guarantees in return if we were to release him.
Mount
How long has he
Blackrock.
been?
Mount
He
Black.
just said Mount Blackrock is where Shar is, I assume.
Where was he before the curse?
How
Where
long
were
was
you
he in
before the
there?
curse?
Did you tell us how long he was in there?
In a dormant state for a millennia
He was in a
and harbored by the ill sight of a pathetic man.
Panic.
who?
I know not his name.
What did he look like?
I know.
Do you know what he sounded like?
Yeah,
What did he sound like?
a dweeb.
Fair enough.
That
What did
sounds
he-
hard.
What's he saying?
He said he was only in the Sapphire since we defeated him a minute ago. He's been cursed for about a month, so probably since we've been at Devis. He doesn't. He said he was in the egg for a millennia, or he was dormant for a millennia under the care of some man, which we could probably make some guesses about.
Wait, for a
Still
millennia?
Phil.
What did he say?
Millennia.
Did he say he sounded like anything? Any descriptors?
He said he sounded like a dweeb,
So he sounded like Elliot, is what you're saying?
Damn.
That's a roast like
rough,
I've never
man.
heard.
That's mean even for you, Elmer, man.
Yeah, Elliot's been pretty good to us.
That's
Man.
that's
Rev,
the line, man.
You feel Elliot crawl down from your. Even he's invisible, but you feel him crawl down from your shoulder and into your pack. He doesn't say anything.
It's okay, but it's okay. It's okay.
At least
I-
we stood up for him.
I start giving the Sapphire little pets. Who's a good dragon?
Maybe.
We should let him out. He
me.
seems
A good boy.
He's been
Yeah.
dormant for a millennia. He's been cursed. His cursed form, no matter what, tried to eat us. Like we're not when we're dealing with a goddess of trickery anyway. I'm on the whole, we probably shouldn't touch the rock that speaks into one person's head.
Please, what is your
Okay,
name?
I hear you, but you're not the person who has this going on in their head right now.
Are you-
Just
did you
want
say
to
that to
know
me?
your name.
Yeah.
Please.
In my head, I
Sure.
say, please don't yell.
I do
I require
want to.
attention.
My name is
Say-
Alikar. It's just rude.
What
I
do
just-
we know about Shar? Like really, like what? Like if we're not like in the god killing business, so
No.
I mean,
yet. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I've flirted with him. Can I do a religion check to not actually flirt? Can I do a religion check to see what else I know about Shar,
Sure.
other than what I wrote down 3 weeks ago? 19.
19. Like I said, or like you do know that she was the goddess of death, and also known to be a trickster. She hated good gods. You know that about her. And was also banished by the gods because of her hatred towards them. She would often do things that would undermine their powers and undermine their followers, and so they banished her. And it was a big battle that had some percussions here on Erubrion. But you know that she was banished and that she's been gone for a very long time. So yeah.
Does anyone know why Shar was banished from by the gods and who the Great Ones are?
Most of you know who the Great Ones are. The Great Ones are the gods'
Like,
grandparents, basically.
I'm a great one.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I rolled a religion check about Shar, and I don't really know much, so I don't really know too much about it.
Please, I only want to breathe air.
I think I'm gonna have to make a decision pretty soon here. you guys.
Yeah, we should.
You just shouldn't do it.
I vote for to release. We'll do this democratically.
Pharaoh also did just try to drown in 4 feet of water, so maybe his judgment isn't the best.
Okay,
I was joking.
here's the thing: is I do
I look
think
at
that it would
Revan and go,
be. I do think that it would be a good idea to get back to town and at least let them know that we defeated the dragon
Yes.
before we show up with a dragon.
You don't have to
Yeah,
tell them
We
that,
we'll
right?
ask
signals there if we
for life.
Well, Bertrand already knows that we killed the dragon, so he can.
Yeah. We don't have
Just
to-
relay it.
Kelpie,
We can release it
Kelpie,
here.
you've been holding the gym for long enough now
I was-
that you hear a voice in the back of your head.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Do you need somebody else to carry that for you?
No.
You hear the voice ask who you are.
I say back, I'm Kelpie.
Oh my god.
Kelpie, I am Alego. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Why are you just standing there smiling?
I know that I sound.
He's talking to me now.
Fuck.
Oh, great.
I know. I know.
Hey, don't tell him anything. We don't know anything.
Hey, let the DM talk, guys. He says in your head.
It sounds scary. I just want freedom, Kelpie. I just want revenge on the one who harmed me and my brothers and sisters.
Is it easy to shatter this gem? Like if I just dropped it, could it shatter? Or do I need to like bash it with something?
All it takes is the will of someone to help me. If the will is there, the gem will shatter.
I moved towards Kelpie, not hearing any of this, as soon as she started talking about the
You don't
voices.
know that she's having. You don't know that. Oh yeah, you know that she's talking.
She said.
Okay,
she
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did say out loud
No, I
that
didn't hear any of what she just said.
he's
Like,
talking
to
she's
me
like,
now.
I heard him. I'm like, oh no. And I'm just gonna slowly like, maybe no one should hold the gem while we're discussing this.
Yeah, Kelsey, will you put it down? Well, I mean, I don't think it's gonna make a difference now, to be honest.
Is it still talking to you, Ava, or is it only talking to Kelpie
Hello?
hello.
It's me you're looking for.
Kelpie is very nice.
She is, and she is my favorite person, so be kind to her.
I will not hurt her.
Can I hold the gem, Kelpie?
Can I insight check what he's been saying to me
Sure.
as well? What is my insight?
Atticus, I'm looking at you and I just give you a nod of like,
I got a 17.
let's go ahead and
I won't let you take it. I will be holding it. So as I'm listening to him, I would.
You got a
shy
17.
away. Yeah.
He seems to be telling the truth. I mean, he seems desperate for revenge. He seems to be a little bit angrier than he's letting on.
Mhm.
But you sense that it is for anger towards Shar. And you don't sense any maliciousness towards you at all. You sense that a strong urge for freedom.
Okay. In my head, I'll say to him, I believe you, and if you promise not to hurt any of my friends and no innocent people, I get you're mad at Shar. I don't really know who Shar is, But I get that you're mad, especially if they've locked you up and imprisoned you and cursed you. I was cursed and almost turned into a frog once. I get it. It's not fun.
You hear a slight like
But if you don't hurt people unnecessarily, and if you do stay with our group and help us, and will help free your friends as well, then I probably will release you. But you have to promise.
It's to bring no harm to you or your friends, and to help free my brothers and sisters.
Kelfie, being Kelfie, doesn't like creatures that are imprisoned. And so as people are grabbing for the gem, she'll just give it an extra squeeze.
and that is all that it takes as you squeeze the gem with the will of wanting to free this dragon, and the rest of you see the sapphire gem on next to Kelfie shatter into 1,000 pieces, and time slows for a moment as the shatters then become finer and finer until they are a swirling form of dust, and then a blue tornado starts to appear in front of all of you. You back up as the tornado and the swirling wind gets larger and larger and larger until you see the wind shooting out on either sides, and the wind becomes clouds, becomes a storm cloud, becomes lightning shooting across the sky, and the dragon releases its large wingspan and dissipates the storm cloud as an adult blue dragon flies above the sky and above the rest of you and looks down with a smile.
Foolish mortals.
I take a shot right at its eye.
Roll an attack.
I told
I
you
mean,
guys.
I would attack too as soon as it said that.
Honesty or compelled action, Alucard?
Choose healing.
That is a 25.
Roll at disadvantage because he is further than. Oh wait, no, you're rolling with your longbow. I forgot it's
Yeah,
not short
longbow.
bow.
How
far away is it?
He's 60 feet away from you guys.
Okay.
He
I'll
just
throw a
punched
fire
the air.
bolt at it.
Yeah, I'm shooting a longbow. Like I'm aiming to like blind one of his eyes if I can. As soon as he says
25 hits, but you're not gonna hit his eye.
That's all right. I'm gonna hurt him anyway. Just let him know I fucking hate him. This is nothing. 12.
Okay. Roll your firebolt.
17.
Misses. Avra, what are you attacking with?
I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm just gonna go big, and I'm gonna do a 4th level chromatic orb.
Okay.
So that's a. Does anyone want to give me some inspiration?
Nope.
No.
It's an 11.
don't
to
have
hit.
Nah.
11 misses. Anybody else attacking?
No.
So the
No.
dragon takes the arrow. It just kind of bounces off his side, definitely doing some damage. The firebolt and the chromatic orb, it just kind of dodges out of the side either way. And then the dragon makes direct eye contact with you, Kelfie, and it says,
A heart so pure, I will keep my promise for this day alone.
and then he shouts to the sky, more lightning entering the clouds above and shooting across the horizon. And then you hear him say,
Rindle, coming to you.
and then he flies away from you, away from the lair, and to the southeast. And we are going to go ahead and take a little bio break.
This is the thing Albert's making after that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Atticus is very mad.
I'm so mad at Kelsey.
Only 2 insight checks were rolled. One was a
Oh, yeah.
6, one was a 17. He has a deception of +9 and got
Yeah.
a 20
Damn.
and got a 27 on his deception.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all remember when I was trying to say something and everybody else was talking, and I was gonna say that blue dragons are notoriously tricky and methodical?
Oh, I mean, we were trying to take that gem away. from
I would have
Kelsey, but then she
done
just
the same
snapped it.
exact thing, Kelsey.
All I'm saying, maybe.
Oh
ask
no,
the
I mean,
dragon
None of
Kelpie
you-
hates
none of you-
creatures that are in prison. So.
Kelpie said she was trying to
Yeah.
keep it from you, and none of you told me, hey, I'm going to try to force it away from Kelpie. So, I mean, you know.
Well, it's Kelsey.
All right, so let's take a little bio break, and then we'll be right back. So we'll see you guys here in a minute.
Hell yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Charmed Persons. Hope you had a good break. Hope you got some fluids in you, some hydration happening, and hopefully we're ready to get back into the insanity that just unfolded in front of us. So our party had just slayed Alekar, the adult blue dragon, who then transformed into a pile of very liquid-like, somewhat thick blue goo, with in the center of the pile there being a large blue sapphire that Avra and Kelpie soon spent some time with, upon which they then heard the voice of Alekar in their head, begging them to shatter the gem and release him so that he could fight Shar and release this curse. Avra was almost convinced, and Kelpie was thoroughly convinced, and decided to squeeze the gem, which was all that was needed, was the will to do so. And the gem was shattered. The dragon appeared in the sky above all of you before smirking and laughing at his trick being successful, before then looking at Kelpie, saying that he would keep his promise for this one day, and then shouting into the sky, Rindal, I am coming to you, and then flying to the southeast. And that is where we left off Bertram Nader, there, wide-eyed, with the rest of you.
Oh no.
Oh.
Quick question.
Oh no. Yeah.
Would I be able to have noticed if the tail, the chunk of tail that was cut off of the dragon is still missing when it comes back?
Roll a. Oh no, it was there. He-
It was there.
I just
he-
want to see because then it's regenerative. Like that's,
Yeah, he
that
gotta-
form is regenerative.
It looks like if they spend any time within the gym and then the gym is shattered, they come back to full might.
Cool. So all of the damage that we did is gone.
Well, no.
That's why.
No,
you
Elburn
don't-
did hit him with his arrow for a little
Oh,
bit of
good
damage right
point,
before he
good
left.
point.
12 of 7.
So all the damage that we did is gone.
Okay, so
He's
let's
pretty
just-
good with a bow, though.
That was very impressive shot. Let's just take a second to take a few deep breaths.
That's why you don't give a magic item to a child.
I run straight for Kelpie.
Oh, I'm running in front of Kelsey.
Yeah, try to grab
No,
her by the collar.
nope. No, you're not.
Okay, roll Ava roll an athletics check.
Yep.
Ray roll an acrobatics check.
Can I try to tackle fucking not Kelpie, Ray?
Three.
Yeah,
12-year-old halfling.
yeah, roll an athletics check.
We're gonna get in trouble for harming both animals and children in this episode.
Mine was a 13.
What'd you get, Ray?
Got a natural one.
Oh god.
Oh, good. I
Yeah.
got an 8.
Ray starts to run forward, and both Avra and Elburn move to get in her way, but then Ray just trips on her shoelaces and falls flat after one step.
Joke's on you.
Which makes you even that one of those things where you're trying to be mad and then you do something embarrassing, so it makes you tenfold angry.
That's the worst.
It is the worst. It is the worst.
Mhm.
I can't describe to you how physically uncomfortable I actually am right now. like I know that this is a game, but like I'm sitting in my apartment like this fucking kid. Are you fucking kidding me? So like all of that happening and I'm just like I just look to everybody in the group who now is probably like looks as if they're against me.
Oh, Atticus is not looking like he's against you. Atticus right now dropped his sword and seal and is just staring up at the sky.
Elbrin looks right at Ray and goes, I am on your side right now, but probably don't tackle her or do whatever. But we're about to have a very serious talking to this 12-year-old child, and I turn right back around, like keeping my hand out in case Ray's like, I'm gonna fuck her up anyway. I'm like,
Words are better. Words are better.
I look
everybody.
right at Kelpie from like behind Avra and Elburn, and I just look at her right in her eyes and I say, "This is your fault," and then I walk away.
she's right.
It's like I
Starts
can't be mean.
crying.
I can't be mean to JMO. It's very hard.
It is really that took a lot of energy.
Then
for me to
I'll do it. You son of a-
I'm gonna turn to everyone. Can I just have a minute with Kelpie and then we can all talk? I
No,
one
we don't
minute
have
to talk
a
to
No.
Kelpie.
we don't have a minute.
Yeah, we're out. That dragon could be heading towards the city.
That's true.
You're
right, you're right.
Everything we just did was for nothing.
I recommend Pharaoh. Do you still have sending?
Yeah, you want me to send a strongly worded message to the dragon?
I will say you notice that the
Southeast.
Yeah, you notice he's going. You notice the dragon is going southeast, which is not the direction of Stagham.
Duskull.
It's
Yeah, but he
Duskull.
could have turned around.
That's cool, yeah.
Let's go.
Pharaoh,
Sorry.
I recommend-
It is Duskull. You're right. I should have said southwest.
Gotcha.
Oh, he's going southwest.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's not your guys' bad. That's my bad.
West. What kind of compass are you reading, lad?
West.
He's going
Classic.
southwest. He's going
I
away
look
from
at-
Stagham and away from Duskull.
I look at Pharaoh and I say, "Can you send a very clear message to Kelpie's father that maybe we might be the Lake Peak 6 again pretty soon?"
I don't think you get to make that decision. Albert.
I think
there's-
releasing of a dragon has
look,
other.
I get that we're all mad. I think that there's a chance that we would have eventually come to the decision to do that together with the conversation we were having.
Well, we
I
didn't
get
have
that
that
Kelpie-
chance, did we?
I understand that. We can be mad at Kelpie. We can be mad at Kelpie. She can take that. She's all right.
The
But we can't do
12-year-old
anything
releasing
rash
a
like that.
murder.
Yeah, I will not be sending that message. I'm sorry.
We've let you get away with a lot, Elburn. You give Kelpie some leeway.
Yeah, and he had 1,000 years to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're comfortable.
Yeah,
Is it-
so far, JMO hasn't killed anybody.
Why don't you
Yeah.
ask all
What
the
about
people?
What about Kelsey?
who-
Amo
What
hasn't
about
done
the? Why don't you ask the people who
Rainbow's
were
innocent, okay?
murdered and lost their loved ones? And Pharaoh did this dragon did this to Drigo, and Kelpie just let it out of the bag.
I get it, dude. You can be mad. We're allowed to be mad.
So that's it. Whoops.
No.
Why
I'm
don't
saying-
you talk to Kelpie in front of us?
Okay, I will talk to Kelpie in front of us. I just want to talk to Kelpie.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Oh wait. All right. Well, I'm gonna say a couple words
Oh wait.
real quick. I'm gonna ride back to Stagham with my men here, just in case that is where the dragon is headed. Maybe don't have children in your adventuring party.
I
And then
agree.
and then he turns around and rides off.
All right.
A little judgy, man.
We
Okay.
can handle this
listen.
ourselves. Thank you.
This is an internal affairs issue.
I almost want Bertram to stop like just at the end and like turn around and just like look to see what's going on.
I will say that. Do I know anybody in Duskull? I would probably send a message to warn them if I know another dragon.
Not heading towards Duskull, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah,
No,
he said
it's-
Oh.
east, but he meant
Yeah,
west.
I meant I said
Oh,
south.
southeast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said southeast. I meant southwest.
Which is towards where?
The cold slab, maybe? That's the only. I mean, Kelsey would know this, but just looking at the map, if someone were to know what the cold slab is,
I think
it's a little island out there. But
Okay.
Uh,
that's Jamo's guess.
Rev, make a Just a straight up intelligence check.
Nice. 3.
Okay.
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 Our
That's
party's
it.
falling apart.
While everyone is talking, Kelpie had started crying pretty much immediately, and is backing away from the group, and she will want to, and she's doing it quietly. So if you want me to roll for stealth, I can. But she's going to back away, and then once she's probably a good 5-10 feet away, she'd like actually run away.
I don't know if you can. I think we're all
Yeah,
That's why I figured.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would say that it's kind of a pretty flat area, because you're like in a valley.
Okay.
And they're all like, you're kind of the focus of attention right now, so they're all kind of staring at you. So you can run away, but I don't think you
Yeah.
can.
Well, she'll start backing away, and if no one stops her after like a good couple feet, then she will wild shape and run away.
If you were backing up, Elbert for sure is like stepping forward, non-threateningly, mostly because he's trying to keep between Ray and you, just in case he like turns around and is like, and another thing, and comes like, but like I'm moving forward as you're backing up, just, again, non-threateningly. Hands
you
are
should
visible.
stay with us. I know this is bad, but it's gonna be okay.
Kelpie, as you're like wiping your tears, Ecor comes over and just kind of like puts his head down on your shoulder and just kind of like rubs your head a little bit with his.
Scratches. She's not really looking at any of you. She's keeping her head down, but she'll give his scratches to Ecor.
Yeah, you should be feeling all of this right now, because I remember what this is like.
Can I talk to you for a minute? Everybody else can be here. It's okay. I get that we have also in the past forgotten that you are at a disadvantage because you're younger. You just are. Okay? It's easy to forget that. And in a lot of ways, you're just as capable as the rest of us. And you can hold your own. We all know that. And you've helped us a lot. Kind of want to direct that at everyone else. You've done a lot to help us. But you have to remember that we have a little bit more experience than you do, and you can't just make decisions like that. Okay? And we're all very thankful for you, but everybody here has the right to be upset, and I think that you at least owe everybody an apology.
I'm really sorry. I thought he was telling the truth. And I know this is my fault. And maybe it would be better if I went back with my dad.
Maybe it would be.
To consider.
I think, Kelpie, that you are, you are 12 and it's brought up a lot, but I feel like you're so much more than just your age. You have been invaluable in so many ways. And I think that we need you, regardless of the feelings in the group right now.
I think I want to turn to Atticus specifically. I think that it would be a real waste to forget all of the help that someone has given us for one mistake, big as it may be.
It's a pretty big mistake. I'm very pro Kelpie.
I know, and that's why
I just think maybe we made a mistake, and maybe she wasn't as ready as we thought she was to be out with us.
Was it that big of a mistake?
Yes.
It's a trickster. They tricked her.
I
Why don't you ask Grigo if it's a really big mistake, Pharaoh?
Well, I could ask him, but
Pharaoh, this is one of those moments where sarcasm is a thing that he just did. Remember when I did it in the cave?
No.
Oh. Did I accidentally choke?
He blacked out. He doesn't remember.
I do remember you choking me vividly.
Okay, I mean, again, that was trying to save your. We can all agree that something weird happened in the cave. what we also need to understand is that this potentially could cost thousands of lives. And as someone who has unfortunately made errors and was punished for them for thousands of years, I mean, it's
Are we
something
going-
to consider to talk to your father and to not be with
Are
him.
we going back to Stagham, or where? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do anymore.
I think we need to follow the dragon. It's since I mean, collectively, she's part of our group. We are responsible now for her mistake, so we need to go rectify it, whatever that means. I don't because no one has a bearing on it. Everyone and no one's seen a dragon for thousands of years, and now we have another one.
Did you track it?
Vix speaks up, and he says, "That dragon's not even heading towards a city. We know of 2 confirmed dragons that are on the outskirts of 2 major cities. Why should we go after him?"
Killing them now will only lead to more of these, I'm assuming, gems that will probably show up if they're anything similar, since they all,
Well, we've learned, just don't touch the gems.
It's not that simple.
We know where other dragons are. We could go on a wild goose chase after this one, and it could take us a lot longer. I don't know.
And we seem to be the only ones who know about the gems, and like we need to communicate that with other people and get the other dragons however we can.
Oh, was there one in Duskhall as well? We're closest to Duskhall.
Yeah, a red dragon was confirmed to attack Duskull.
Also, didn't Alucard say, what was that place that he said?
Mount Blackrock.
Mount Blackrock.
He mentioned Mount Blackrock as being where Shar was, and then before he left to the southwest, he said, "Rhindal, I'm coming for you."
By the way, real quick, Rhyndal.
You can spell it however you want to spell it. I spell it Riindul. Rhindal.
Zach, could you share a map of the world with me? I only have Duskhall, Stagham, and Lake Peak.
I also.
There's the share drive one, and then there's.
I'll look in the Google one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Look at the Google one. Yeah.
Yep.
But it would be nice.
Maybe they went to the Draconic Isle.
We could get a map of the world
In Roll20. Yeah, I can do it right now. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm already in the drive.
Does anybody know where Mount Blackrock is? I mean, as long as we're talking about.
I don't think so.
I guess that would be an intelligence check to see if I know
To see if you know what now. I'm sorry.
where Mount Blackrock is what I was about to say. Mount Blackrock is, or anything to it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my own copy of this freaking map.
I was gonna say I'm looking for the drive and I can't find it.
If you're looking at the Google map, if you look at the Google Drive map, Mount Blackrock is all the way at the top. Very, very tippity top of the map. In the continent Freya, I think it's called. It's been a while since I've looked. Oh, 2 secs, yeah.
There it is.
I'll get one in Roll20 soon. I don't want to take up all that time to do it right now. I'll get one in Roll22. Yeah, but Mount Blackrock is up near 2 secs, and those of you who are somewhat studied in history
I lived it.
know that
I'm old as shit.
sorry, I have all this stuff.
In fairness, we were not expecting to release a dragon today, so today's a bunch of fun figuring out things.
Mount Blackrock is a volcano, and it's in 2 secs. It erupted, and some say it was because of Shar's banishment. And that eruption covered most of Erubrion in ash, leaving most of Erubrion to have a permanent winter for a number of years. And if you're looking at the map, let me get back to it. If you're looking at the map in the northern side of Ara, right underneath the icy tides, you see those craters there? Legend says that those craters are from chunks of Mount Blackrock landing there after the eruption. So there you go.
I, in the least douchey way, put my fingers together and explain all of this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But is that something that I like know just in general?
Yeah, like pretty much everybody, I would say, other than like Kelpie or maybe Ray, knows the majority of that.
Well, you want to go down the line of just trying to melt these dragons before Alucard like probably fights them and releases them the gems himself.
Are we?
Well, the dragons are already out.
I think we should go to Duskull. It's the
How
closest
close are we
city.
to Duskull, and like how close are we to Stagham?
You are.
We're in the Hillgroff Grove right now.
Yeah, you're technically closer to Stackham. You're about 2 days ride from Stackham, 3 days ride, and then about a week's travel from Duskull.
And how far is Duskull from Stagham?
Duskull from Stackham is roughly. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. Hold on. You're about because you're right on the edge of the Hillgoff Grove on this side of the river. So you're about 2 to 3 days ride, and then to get to Duskull from where you are on the ground would take probably about 2 weeks. And then so Stagham from Duskull is like a 2.5 week ride.
We have to warn somebody. We have to go do something about this.
I thought we just did. I mean, I feel like we should go to Stagham. I think we'll lose 2 days, and we can still go to Duskull after that. I don't even know what we're gonna do in Stagham.
I think we should contact everyone we can so that everybody has whatever information we do.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, go back to Stagham and plan.
I mean, presumably these guards are going back to Stagham. They can take that information back
That's true.
with them, and we could then continue on towards Duskull and take care of this other dragon, or at least see what the situation is there.
That's true.
Is it like nighttime now, or what time is it?
Yeah, it's like early evening. Sun's setting.
I think
Should
it's
we set up a
afternoon
camp
when we.
and
Yeah.
camp tonight?
Leave early.
So we have until the end of the day to
Decide
not be
decide
murdered.
where we're gonna go. Yeah.
I think we should go to Duskull.
Yeah, that Duskull has a dragon there.
Listen, I really appreciate you guys letting me be here, and I don't mean to, I'm not going to make any decisions for you, but I journeyed to take care of these dragons, so I will not be returning to Stagham as there are no dragons currently there. I will be making my way to Duskull.
I think that's
Fair
right.
enough.
I think we camp for the night and we head there in the morning.
We could all use a rest, yeah.
Franklin looks at the rest of you and he says, I might be heading the opposite way. I think I will be going to Stagham, and then to Lake Peak via Stagham. I very much appreciate the opportunity to join you on this journey. I barely survived one fight against that dragon. Don't really want to attempt a second one. Yeah, so thank you all. I appreciate it. Kelvie, when I first met you, out of everyone else in your group, you were the most mature. You were the one that behaved, and you were the one that followed orders. I hope the rest of you have a great evening. And he gets on his horse Starburst and rides away.
I immediately do one of these and go,
Okay.
what the fuck does he have any bearing on? It just released a dragon. They're not, what the fuck, man? And I turn around, I'm like, is Ray here?
Is Ray there? Nope.
Oh, where's Ray?
I'm gonna go find Ray.
You just left?
I set out in the
Yeah,
dark.
she
I
was.
stormed
She's.
off,
Yeah, she
yeah.
said she was. She's. Yeah, she's.
Oh.
I told Kelty it was her fault, and then I stormed off.
I set off in the direction of where Ray headed.
Are you hiding from them, Ray, or are you stewing somewhere where Elburn can find you?
No, I just am. I probably took off, honestly, like towards where the dragon was headed, so southwest.
Okay.
I have
On foot.
Yeah. Are you? So are you just continuing to walk? Do you stop
Yeah.
ever? Okay.
And now I'm just walking.
Yeah. So Elburn would catch up to you eventually if he starts running.
Oh, great.
Ray.
What?
Yeah. First of all, I am on your side. Everyone there,
It doesn't.
including Kelfie, is on your side. That what happened was a mistake. I mean, most of us were advocating not to release that.
Yeah, great, cool, and we did it anyway.
Yeah. We didn't, but we are now stuck with the consequences of her actions, and we're going to deal with that appropriately. I think
It doesn't matter. The consequences of her actions don't matter. What matters is now there's a dragon running around that we can do nothing about. And it doesn't matter if she let it go or if you let it go, or whoever let it go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's out. It's there, and it's one more thing we have to worry about.
So are you going after it alone?
I'm going after it.
So how are you gonna win against it by yourself?
Because I don't know if I'm gonna kill it. I don't know if I'm gonna engage it, but I
get it. You're frustrated. We're all frustrated, and I've been in the position where I've suffered for longer than any of you. Well, with the exception of Pharaoh, he probably adds past the millennia, but longer than any of us have been alive. I've suffered from my mistakes that have cost the lives of thousands.
Great.
Atticus, real quick, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
I rolled a 2, but it's +7, so 9.
You instantly die.
Just want to see something real quick.
Yep, you die.
Yep. Yeah.
Your
It
brain
says here that you're dead.
Keel's over.
Your brain
Turns out I've had an aneurysm this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, just
and
like
it
one
finally got me.
brain just
Embolism
Ooh,
slowly
this
cooking.
heart
turns into a
arrhythmia.
medical
Lights out.
drama.
just like
when
Okay.
Alucard hits you with his tail.
Cool. Thanks, man.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Do another one. Do another roll.
Do another.
Kitty.
I look back at Ray and go, I am angry beyond belief. I think we're going to need to have a conversation with her father when we return. She understands the gravity, I think, of what she's done. At least they weren't crocodile tears.
What's her father gonna do? Bring the dragon back and have a nice talking to it? Like,
Take her in.
she deserves to be here. Yeah, she fucked up. We all fuck up. She deserves to be here. She's powerful. She's great. But, like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to be with you all. I don't know how to be with people who make decisions without people. I'm the person who makes decisions without people. So maybe I should just go.
I mean, I did that that was probably like 500 plus years.
Cool. And how did that go for you?
Horrible. Remember
Exactly.
when I just finished my, what I set out to do when I was punished only like a month ago? How long was that ago?
Almost a month ago.
A month ago? Being by yourself and trying to solve everything yourself is corrosive and could literally rend the world in half. Especially if you're going out a dragon. It's just going to hurt you and kill Tiny. So we're going to do it together. We've got our shit that we're dealing with. We're going to Duskull, where another dragon posted up. It's going to take a couple of weeks. But going off by yourself is either a death wish or a prison sentence for yourself. So which one would you rather have? The hope that we might be able to solve this mistake, or misery?
Why is it always you who's running after me?
Immediately, Elbert starts flushing his face. And he like his eye. The only indication of that, because it's like night at this point, is his eyebrows just go. I empathize with you, and I know what you're going through, and you are good at fighting and stuff. When you're not going to tackle a 12-year-old, you're pretty cute.
You see off to the side a little red lobster appear. Just kidding. Sorry.
What the fuck?
There you see her. Sitting there across the
I was
way.
really hoping it'd be a big fucking clam, but
It's a lobster.
Big fucking red clam.
The lobster with clam sauce.
I would like you to remain around. That would be nice.
Ray has never in her 27 years of existence ever had anyone tell her that she's cute. Doesn't really know what to do with this information. But instantly just like anything that was happening is now just like and she just kind of looks at Elbrain. Okay.
So are you gonna?
Did a fucking owl just go on? Did you guys hear that?
No?
There was like a on the sound on the background. It in the silence. It just went.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
So are you gonna come back with us, or are you gonna go get yourself killed or be miserable?
Okay, but if I come back with you, you have to promise not to make it weird.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never made anything weird.
I'll walk up to him and just kiss him right on the mouth.
He doesn't even shut his eyes. Like it's just a full-on like.
And then I pull back and I smack him really hard in the face.
Yeah.
And I say, "Don't make it weird," and then just walk back towards the group.
As you walk back towards the group, there's at least 5 seconds, and then I go, well, if you don't want to make it weird, don't smack someone in the face after you just kiss them.
For that brutally awkward and adorably cute moment, both of you get DM inspiration. If you don't already have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was choking me.
I'm not getting any ideas.
And you said your shirt was off for that?
You took your armor off, right?
That's a normal part of swimming, Rev.
Sure. Just trying to build a mental picture of.
Look, I'm into elves. He's half elf. Wait,
Oh no.
no, it's
Wait.
not weird. Nothing's. Don't make it weird.
What? Don't make what weird?
Oh.
Nothing's weird.
And when we get back to the group, I go up to Kelpie. Maybe because of the energy and the adrenaline of what has just been happening, I go a little too aggressively so that it may look like I'm about to do something again. So do whatever you want with that. And then I just stop right in front of her. And I just say, "I'm sorry."
She doesn't know what to say because she did not expect that at all.
All right.
You
So
don't have to accept my apology.
I'll make a tiny hut.
okay. Ava starts casting tiny hut. No need to make a fire if she can make the inside of the hut warm. Unless you want to cook something, I guess.
Oh, Kelfie.
Don't even get to find out what dragon tastes like.
You need
I
all
still got
that
a bottle.
blue
I
goo.
still
Can
got a
you drink
bottle
the
of
blue
goo.
Boil some goo.
Stop the goo.
I'm not gonna drink it.
I uncork it and I stick my pinky in and just give like a tiny little, just like the tiniest.
It tastes like irony.
Oh,
And
irony, or
Tastes
it's
like
iron.
I didn't
Iron-
expect that.
iron dash E. Oh, Y. I mean,
I was gonna say, is it
Iron
tastes
dash
like the
E.
iron,
Like
of
iron
killing
E.
a dragon and then bringing it back to life?
and it tastes like. I mean, it's weird. It tastes like meat-ish. Like it literally tastes as if it is like it doesn't taste chemically. It tastes like melted flesh. Like
Ooh.
Kind of tastes like when you melt the fat on the side of a burger or a burger, a steak.
That's the best part.
Yeah, it doesn't taste exactly like that. It's a little bit more irony.
Why did you taste it?
But no, don't. I wouldn't drink
I already
it.
took like a little.
yeah. It tastes like what I described, except it's like it's cold and it's a little bit thicker than that. But yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah.
It's not
You feel like
great.
you feel like you could live off of it.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know?
bad. I'm gonna keep it for a rainy day. You never know.
Could we use it as a dipping sauce for the wafers?
You could.
No one is
I'll
allowed
say
to
that
dip
is
my
you.
wafers.
Each of the colors are just like different flavors.
Let's have a,
It's like the
dip
different-
bar with
It's like
each
the different
dragon.
colors of ketchup that they used to come out with.
Yeah, but
Looking
they're
at
but it's
Kanye
still like
Empire.
they're still called like like blue like it's blue flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lightning blue.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
collect.
yeah.
We gotta collect all the sauces.
Extra electrolytes.
Let's call it.
The sapphires are the toys that you get.
Call it
In the Happy Meal.
Gatorade.
We gotta get all the sauce.
Gator.
Yeah. And
So,
then when I read that, I just kind of go, oh, all right, good to know.
So what do you guys do anything for the evening?
I just kind of meditate and then stay up for the rest of the night. So I get my
Atticus,
rest, but
Atticus is gonna try to wait until Kelfie falls asleep and pull everybody else aside, just at some point.
Oh,
By the way, Evan, I've heard you say this a couple of times and I never really noticed it until I like watched a recording. You are a half elf.
oh, so I do sleep.
So you sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. That doesn't literally affects nothing that has happened in this game to this point. But just so you know, you do sleep.
I don't know. Maybe I would have.
Pharaoh's the only one that meditates. Well, I mean, you can feel free to
Trance.
meditate. Yeah. He's the only
No,
one.
you can no longer meditate.
No meditating for
Never.
you.
I
And you
tried to
can-
meditate and I immediately.
And you probably do. You probably do like,
You just
especially
fall
with your
asleep.
like, your like martial arts training. Like, you probably do like spend some time still doing that. But when it comes to sleep, you still sleep.
I do some sun salutations in the morning.
Yeah.
yeah.
You said that. You said that before.
I lead everyone in a hymn.
I
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
I don't join.
Vix joins and has like a lovely bass voice actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Atticus will join for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Atticus on the other hand has a very high tenor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like
mustache.
But it's good.
It's Freddie Mercury,
But
honestly.
it's good.
Yeah.
I would
Oh, yeah,
imagine
no,
that I'm
it's nice.
tone deaf.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
When Ray starts singing, I pull out a pitch pipe.
Like you guys are singing like Kumbaya,
Kumbaya,
A little flat.
Kumbaya.
Kelpie,
Kumbaya.
Mhm.
because you're trying to find a time where Kelpie is asleep before everybody else, or
Atticus would stay awake and then wake everybody else up.
oh, okay, then yes, then
Right?
that,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
that easily will happen for sure.
Are there? Because I know we're in like a valley, but are there
Yeah.
still like we're still in the forest, so I assume there are trees around and such?
Actually, not in this area, no.
Not in this area.
No.
Plus, we're in a bubble.
Yeah, and you're in
Well,
a bubble.
Kelpie wouldn't. That's what I was gonna say. Is Kelpie would feel bad and think people are still mad at her, so she wouldn't want to sleep in the bubble as like her way of punishing herself.
I'm assuming Abra wouldn't let her do that.
Yeah, I would not let you do that.
Would
I
you
would
drag me
help
into
you.
the bubble?
No, I would would probably come out and be like, "I'll find you a place that is."
Amber, you
open
can't leave.
every-
You can't leave the hut.
Oh, I would try to stop you before you left, I guess, and try to convince you to like have a corner away by yourself, not near everyone else, to still be within the protection of the bubble, just in case.
I
The
beat
dragon
yourself.
said he would protect us today. He may come back overnight.
Okay. And I'll like make myself as already small as possible, but more small and like the
You take
farthest edge.
You take up like
I
1
can
square
do.
foot.
Yeah.
I'll try to take whatever like blankets or anything maybe around and like make her a little like
Nest.
blanket tent in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, easily enough. So yeah, Kelpie would find herself asleep with the rest of them, and so we'll assume you woke up those who were asleep or not, but Atticus gathers up all of you while Kelpie is asleep.
I was gonna have everybody outside of the bubble, but I forgot that Aver cannot leave the bubble.
Can I when you I guess it
You can hear from outside the bubble, so you can have her right at the edge of the bubble, and then everybody
Well,
else
what I
outside the
Just
bubble.
runs
what I
out.
could do is when
Everybody
you
else
woke me
outside.
up, I would go over to right on the outside of Kelpie's little blanket fort and minor illusion, like a sleep sound, like the sound of waves or a fan, something that would like kind of keep her in a little sleep bubble and
Sure, yeah,
distract from the noise.
sure. You'll
I
just
mean, I
have to
think we need
keep
to talk-
casting that over and over again over your shoulder while Atticus is talking to you. Just
I got it.
I just think we need to talk about what happened
I know.
without.
Did you wake up Vix by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would have woken up ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But why do we need to talk about it without Kelpie, though? I think we should include her.
I think this is an adult conversation.
I think that she's 12, granted, but I think that she's earned the right to be a part of these conversations.
Taylor,
feel
hate
like
to
she
say
did
this, but I
until
agree with
this moment.
Elburn.
Oh.
We need to have just one conversation away from her.
Yeah,
Just one.
Okay.
just to see where we're all at without having to worry about hurting her feelings if we need to say something.
Make sure we're all.
It's
in
more for her
agreement.
protection. I'm not saying we won't share with what we talk about. I just
All
think
right.
we
Well,
need to
I'm
be
glad that
adults.
this is finally happening because I think
Can we get him out of here?
I think the
Can we get him
lack
out
of bathing
Yeah,
is
this isn't what we
too
meant.
much, and she needs
Hey,
to learn to
bud.
take a shower every once in a
isn't what we
while.
meant.
But
Okay, we're not talking about her hygiene. Granted,
Oh, the
no,
dragon! This is about the dragon releasing.
I'm this close to killing you, Elliot. I know you come back, but I'm this close to
You're
just
such a
killing you
dweeb,
right now.
Elliot.
Oh my god! Fine, and then he goes away. He turns invisible again.
Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Elliot.
And without like opening my
I'm-
eyes, I'm just gonna look at Red, be like, "Is he gone or is he just invisible?"
he's gone. But guys, I do gotta say, I feel like, when we push him out, it alienates him. I think his behavior is just gonna
God.
get worse.
We'll talk about this another time.
Okay.
Think about
Oh man.
yeah. Wait, what were we talking about? Did something serious happen today?
So Kelpie
No.
needs to take a bath, right?
Oh my god.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win that one. Let's talk about it.
Item
we
2
all
on the
need-
agenda.
I'll start. I lost a lot of trust in Kelpie today,
I get that.
Yes.
and I don't. It's just that's a big thing for me, and I just don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I can trust her. I felt that way about Elburn for a little bit, but he's kind of come out the other
Yeah.
side.
I
Still
mean-
not all the way there.
You don't trust her, but I mean, she got tricked. You don't trust her because
Yeah.
she got tricked, or you just
Thing
don't
is,
trust her intuition.
She didn't. We were all telling her not to do it, and she didn't. She
Well,
she trusted this orb over
Yeah,
us.
I did tell her to kind
Yeah,
of.
and
keep
we,
it.
Okay, yeah, you
there
did,
were
you
more
did.
people who were saying,
She
I
didn't.
think-
She didn't trust Avra.
I think that we need to. I think that what you just said is really important, Atticus. That you didn't trust Elburn for a long time, and he came back around. And I think if we know anything about Kelpie, it's that she might be young and make some rash decisions, but she's not dumb. And I do think that she's capable of learning a lesson. And if she starts showing us that she didn't learn from this, then I'm with you. But she is a kid, and I do think we need to give her the opportunity to learn the lesson.
she didn't steal something from a store. She
Yes.
unleashed a
I
murder.
get it.
There needs to be consequences.
I get it.
I agree with what Ava's saying, but she didn't do it on purpose. That wasn't her intention.
Let's take away her froggy necklace. I mean, like that sounds like a really
She purposefully, whatever that word is, let out this dragon. She meant to do that.
Yeah, but her intentions were not to unleash an evil dragon, though.
My intentions when I was 200 some odd years old were to just ascend to godhood for whatever reason, and then oh no, I killed thousands of people with my choices.
I really don't think it's all that fair to compare the two things. Like, they're not the same.
I don't think they're comparable at all.
Kelpie made a mistake. We should definitely hold her to that. And like, I'm not saying it wasn't wrong, but it's not the same thing, Elburn.
So I made a mistake too.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's in the same vein.
Okay,
Sure.
and you're still here as part of our group.
Yes, you're still here.
Yeah, I know.
But he paid for it.
I hold up my hands and I go, "This is the least physical thing."
All right, go start a fire. Let's stick Kelpie's hands in the.
Are we just supposed to say, "Oh, I know you feel bad, Kelpie, but okay, well, let's just move on and forget it." Like I can't.
No.
I just don't know if I can continue. I don't know what to do.
I agree that there need to be some consequences, but I don't think that, and I don't know what that is, but I don't think that consequence is just like kicking her out of the group forever.
No.
She's got to start earning our trust back.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, certainly we shouldn't let her hold on to magical giant objects.
She should be very restricted from here on out.
And that's on us, honestly.
It's very much on us. Yes, it is.
So I think that we need to acknowledge that she's a kid and she needs to know that she needs to listen to us as people who have experience if she wants to continue to come with us.
But who are we to decide this 12-year-old is able to travel with us? Like
I don't think we are. I think her dad decided that.
Well, and that's something too that she brought up, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to go back home and be with her dad for a little while. I don't know. And I think that's up to her.
Yeah.
If she wants to leave.
I do think we could
kind of warn us against this.
I do think
a lot of people
sure as hell use her help with these dragons.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But at the same time, we like Elburn Elburn fell a couple. That dragon almost killed Elburn. That dragon killed so many countless people, and now it's just out, and we have no idea where it is now.
I know.
It goes beyond a mistake. It goes into the realm of grave error.
I get that. I'm not saying she didn't make a mistake. I'm not saying she shouldn't pay for it. I'm saying we probably need to think about our chances against another dragon if we lose a party member.
We almost lost a few today.
Yeah.
I agree with Abra. I don't want to, but as someone who only got better by facing mistakes and errors and learning from them, I never would have survived on my own. And so I think Kelsey, I think Kelpie, oh my God, Kelsey, deserves the opportunity to be better. And if she's going to be better, she can't be a kid. We have to start holding her accountable.
I have no right to make any decisions on behalf of this group, and so I'm not going to voice my opinion on what should be done. But I will say this. You send that girl away, she learns nothing but resentment for you and herself.
Yep. No one is harder on Kelpie right now than Kelpie is on herself.
Absolutely.
And also,
maybe it's time
I disagree with you saying that she can't be a kid. She is 12. She is a kid. There's no changing that.
But she
Yeah.
chose this life. If she wants to be a kid, she can go back to her dad. But if she wants to be with us, she is the adult that we all are.
Well, but I think what is important and what I said to her earlier is that she needs to look to us for guidance on how to make decisions from here on out.
Right.
Yeah, but we're getting into some like real dangerous territory.
For
Good,
sure.
then she's
Maybe-
gonna learn about some real dangerous territory.
Maybe she should be allowed to be a kid.
Mm.
When I
wasn't
was a
allowed to be
kid, I didn't just want to. I didn't want to go play outside. I wanted to go to work with my dad, but my dad knew I couldn't do that, so he made me go play with my friends, play outside, because that's what was best for me in the time. Even though me as a 12-year-old, that's not what I want.
Do you really think Kelsey could go back to being a kid? At this
No,
point?
absolutely not.
She was spent so much time alone in the woods. I mean, that has already been taken away from her. We have assumed this role of almost being her family, and we can give her space to both grow and to be who she is, to let her have that freedom, that space to be a kid, and also have these responsibilities.
I think it's a matter of, since we can't, it seems like we're in the agreement, we can't, necessarily send her away. I do think her father needs to know, but I also think that I think she can't leave your side, Avra, for at least a good long while, nor
Sure.
I mean like glued to your side.
Sure.
Not even out of sight to look for things, even foraging for stuff. I mean, what if this were in the middle of nowhere and we had no idea what would happen, and then all of a sudden, some cursed something shows up and kills her or kills us? I think that needs to be a thing that we can obviously talk to her about and get her on the same side without making her subordinate.
I think Kelsey understands that she has trust to gain back.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. I mean, I remember being 12. They're strong-headed people.
For sure. Kelsey's not like every 12-year-old, and we all know that.
Not to mention that all of us, as some of us at least, as adults, have fallen for trickery or the guidance, whether it be good or bad, of things that have gotten in our heads,
I mean,
both literally and like metaphorically.
I told you all that I believed the dragon. Like it given a couple more minutes of discussion, it easily could have been me that made that same mistake.
I know Pharaoh said
But I didn't. I know
he
I
wouldn't
didn't.
have done anything differently.
But she made a mistake. We let her deal with the consequences. We let her regain trust. And if she can do that, then it was a mistake.
I think ultimately we let her know that, she has trust to gain back, that she has responsibility for these actions, and that we're willing to have her here if she wants to be here, and that back. If she wants to go, I'm not going to stop her.
I will just throw out. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
I don't think it's fair, personally, to keep harping on the fact that she is 12. I mean, she is 12, but she is, in my eyes, a capable adult, and I think that we should treat her like that. Perhaps that will be, I think that's what she needs.
I think if she can gain her trust back after what we're asking of her, then yeah, for sure.
Certainly she has agency. Certainly she knows that. And I think part of that agency is her making a decision whether or not she stays here and makes amends for the actions and gains that trust, just like so many of us have had to with this group.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel uncomfortable talking about her as if she's like a liability in that she's 12.
Each of us, have our own things that we carry with us that are boons and risks to this group.
I mean, is she a liability?
I don't think so.
She almost got killed by Pildor by sneaking in there. Granted, we were on board with that.
Again,
I mean, that's not her fault.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a test to see. I mean, for us as well as her to see if she could handle these things. And while it wasn't her entire fault that Xavier was a fuckhead and happened
He
to
is a
know
fuckhead.
magic.
Was a fuckhead. Was a fuckhead.
Hey.
Now it's
Hey.
including
Now he's a no head. Chopped off his head. Got no
Yeah.
head anymore.
Yeah.
I will throw out my family. My family is in Pine Drift, which is close to Duskull.
Okay.
If we needed to keep Kelfie, if she didn't want to come with us, we could bring her there on the way to Duskull, and they would take care of her. I just throwing that out there.
I think we're all in agreement on what we should do. I do think Avra, there might be a time in our travels while keeping her next to you, since you two seem to have the closest connection. I mean, I understand that, you know, she understands that she made a mistake. That she's been with us. She's killed. She's fought. She's what have you. I think having the conversation and letting her know that this could have mortal consequences for people she doesn't know, that people could die because of this mistake, might be something to see if she can handle this as the adult that we believed her to be until today.
Should we wake her up?
I mean, I think that might be a separate conversation where we're not a part of.
Not for that. Just should we kind of wake her up, see what she wants to do, or should we wait till morning? Let her. She has had a
I
big
think let her
emotional
sleep.
day.
It's been a long
I'll
day.
sleep.
Yeah, I think we all need to sleep.
But thank you for bringing this up, Atticus, and I'm glad that we could talk and get on the same page, since I don't think any of us really were.
Yeah.
So we're going to Duskull?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Pine Drift on the way, Zach?
Yeah, Pine Drift is if you're looking at the map again,
Yes.
Pine Drift is on the bottom of Hillgroth Grove. So you would you could either go straight to Duskull, or you could go like straight from where you are, cross the river, go to Pine Drift, and then go down a little bit to Duskull.
Like on the smallest little bank of
Yeah.
the point there.
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can either go.
If everybody doesn't
yeah.
mind, I would like to stop in Pine Drift. It's
Absolutely.
been a while since I've seen them. It wouldn't really take a lot of time out of the way.
No, I mean, sounds like we're gonna need a place to stay on the way there anyway. So.
It would be nice to not be in the tiny hut's great, but it would be nice to
It's a little cramped.
Yeah.
That's fair.
feel a little sore, you know.
So do the rest of you find yourselves asleep?
I wanna
Atticus
take that
does not
long
sleep in the
rest.
hut.
Okay.
I do.
I
Um,
dance.
Speaking of Atticus.
Perfect.
Atticus, as you find yourself asleep, you notice that well, you don't notice, you're surrounded just by the peaceful blackness of sleep itself, until you kind of hear rustling, and it takes you a second, and you're still kind of in your sleep, so you don't, it's hard to tell, because it's like one of those things where you're like, you're half asleep. So is it in your sleep, or is it actually happening? And then that's when you kind of open your eyes and you see that all around you, the members of your party are covered in blood and stabbed, sliced,
Just like every night, then. That's what I dream about.
bludgeoned. You see Gustav next to you, a sight that you've never seen before because Gustav isn't corporeal in the way, but you see him throat slit, blood pooling up underneath him. And you look around and you see all these bodies, and all of them are dead in various positions, but all of them have their faces pointed towards you. And their eyes opened. And then you look on the other side of the tiny hut, or where the tiny hut should be, and you see a body standing there with its back towards you. A long emerald cloak on the back of the body, feet leading up to the bottom of the cloak, leading to broad shoulders, leading to no head currently visible on the emerald cloak until the figure raises his head from the lowered position that it was in, as you see long black hair with a shot of white going down one side, as the figure then turns over its shoulder. And there in the moonlight, standing above the bloodied, destroyed corpses of your party, you see Xavier Synax staring at you. You and your little group of misfits. You think you've won. I've been watching you. That's right, my mustachioed gentleman friend. I'm not done with you. If these dragons don't kill you first, I will. And he rushes towards you and grabs your throat, and his face distorts into this vampire-like visage with fangs coming out of its mouth, its jaw extending to its chest. As it goes to take a large bite out of you, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please, at disadvantage.
Woo! Okay.
I bet he's gonna love Demetrius in the morning.
Well, that's a 2. That was a 15, so 2 plus 7, so 9.
9. You take... you wake up and immediately take 6 points of psychic damage. However, you also receive none of the benefits of the long rest, as you now wake up
So take it from 6 points of what I was before.
of what you were before you fell
Cool,
asleep.
cool.
As you wake up with the sun rising, sweat drenched, panting, as you look at the rest of the party as they all begin to stir and wake up to begin the brand new day.
I'm not in the dome. Can you guys see outside the dome? You guys
Yeah,
can see outside.
they can see outside the dome. You cannot see inside the dome.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just like on all fours, just like coughing and like sweating outside.
I'm sure I woke up relatively early because I do, my morning.
Yeah, well, and Pharaoh would have already been up. So Pharaoh, you do see Atticus like shoot up. It's like sweat drenched and you saw him kind of like moaning back and forth a little bit earlier, and he's like coughing now.
All right, Atticus, no more dragon goo for you.
I don't even look at you, and I'm just gonna say, he's not dead.
You might have to clarify just a tiny bit.
Pildor, Xavier, whatever the fuck his name is not dead.
Wait, why? How? What?
What?
I don't know. Maybe he is dead.
You cut his head off, and I stomped his head into goo. I'm sure he's dead.
I don't know. He just bit me.
What?
I immediately start to I approach him, low charisma. Immediately approach him and start go where? I start
wherever he bit me, I would show.
Yeah, you don't see any visible signs of anything.
Can I do a medicine check to just see to kind of get a
sure. Roll a medicine check.
demeanor of him and all that shit?
Are you? I'm gonna Cast Cure Wounds.
I learned nothing. That is a 4.
Yeah, he just seems like he didn't get any sleep.
You are a person
Yeah,
with blood.
I just had one of those nights where you just don't. You sleep, but you never really sleep. You know.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you, Atticus, for 16 HP.
You heal 16 HP, and nothing stops you from being healed.
That's awesome.
So you do definitely immediately feel a little bit more well rested. By the way, because you didn't sleep, you do have a point of exhaustion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Should I could send a message to Xavier, see if he responds. Then we'll know.
Oh,
Maybe. Is that a bad idea?
Want to use those?
No, man. We've had nothing but bad things, bad ideas. So I would say, do it. Do it, man. It's not gonna get worse. It's not gonna get worse.
I
It
love
cannot get
sending
worse.
messages.
Oh no, we broke Atticus.
It cannot get any worse.
As soon as you say that, my
His
eyes light
mustache
up,
is
and
now white.
I cast the sending spell to Pildor.
Okay.
Listen here, Buster. Are you dead or not? You have to say. We'll kill you again.
just say.
I hope you like us being mad at you.
That's okay. I hope you like us being
Yes.
mad at you. You don't hear a response.
Did you get anything?
No response.
Until
thought
you
you got
do.
Hmm.
And then you hear in the back of your head and your mind.
How many haws was that? 25?
Tell Elburn that he's not the only powerful wizard of Erubrion.
Did you get anything?
Elburn,
Yeah.
you're not the only powerful wizard in Erubrion.
We
Oh,
know
okay.
that. Did you
So you're
talk
saying
to?
that-
Yeah, Pildor, I think that was Pildor. He talked to me. He told me to tell you that.
Jeez, does nothing die here?
I mean, in fairness, I should have, but Mistra really made me suffer. So,
Avra, roll an Arcana check at advantage. And you're muted, by the way.
can I roll an Arcana?
No. You lost your knowledge.
Ooh.
You gave me proficiency on it though.
I know.
26 without advantage.
Oh shit!
It's a combination of Arcana and history, I guess, but
They're all the same modifier for both.
there is a book that you read once
Okay.
about powerful wizards.
Okay.
And about certain things that certain powerful wizards were able to do. As soon as you hear that Pildor might still be alive, and as soon as you hear Pharaoh say that Pildor said that Elburn is not the most powerful wizard in Erubrion, you think of this book.
Okay.
And you think of this specific spell that you read about once. And then you think about one of the journeys that your mother went on. And one of the artifacts that she was searching, what you thought was for the university.
Oh shit.
There is a specific spell called Clone that allows the caster to make a exact replica of their body that the soul then passes into once their current body has been destroyed. And the knowledge of this book and you remembering that and remembering the connection that Pildor had with your mother all comes flooding back to you.
I think you're right. I think Pildor is not dead. And I'm gonna would I have a book with me that has a page on
Yeah, sure.
that spell?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get out the book, flip, and just hold it out.
Yep.
I faint.
Let me get this straight. We kill Pildor. He's not dead. We kill a blue dragon. It's not dead.
Elbert
maybe
dies.
we're just
Guys
not.
here.
Maybe we should just fucking give up. Maybe we should just stop.
Let's just all go back to
Or
Hillcroft
maybe
Grove.
we can't die now, and like
I'll
all
slit my
deaths on
throat.
pause.
All deaths on pause.
All deaths on pause.
I don't know.
We know
Elbrin's
that's not true.
died a couple times.
Did you kill the thing that when Ray showed up on that ship? Did you kill that thing that you were fighting?
The Rakshasa.
Probably not. No, we didn't.
No, we pushed it off. Yeah, definitely not dead.
Doesn't
I can't.
someone mention pretty much that they wait in like the 9 hells for a minute and then come back since he kind of marked you as the target?
I can't confirm I killed anybody
You
at this point.
have a weird dream.
Like one of you mentioned that. Is this possible? It seems weird. I mean, we went through a stressful situation these past, few weeks.
You would know enough about magic, Elburn, to know that if Pharaoh cast the spell sending,
And
the only person that would be able to respond is the person he sent it to.
Well, it was a hopeful thought, but I'm realizing that no, that fucker is still alive. That's some decent magic. I'm not saying it's the best because
Elburn's still obsessed with being better than Pildor.
oh, absolutely. This fucker, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like pat him on the shoulder and I'm like,
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, he name dropped you, Elburn, in my thoughts. So
Yeah, well, I crushed his first head, so now he has an inferior second one.
Well, I mean, I
like a
chop.
fucking loser. Like at
It's
least
easy to crush a head. It's easy to crush a head when you chop it off.
No, I don't.
oh
deny.
my god, can we stop freaking
You're right.
measuring ourselves in front of each other?
Yeah, apparently he's not dead, so I don't know what you guys are bragging about.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, Vix.
What's up? you guys have had a fucked up couple of days.
We still going to
You know, it all started when
I-
you showed up, Vix. I'm just kidding, Vix.
He
I
pulls
think
out
we
his mask.
still.
I will tell you, Atticus, if it makes you feel any better, those Tiger Paw outlaws, dead.
Good. Good. Thank you. That does
Yeah.
make me feel
Are
better.
they though? Are they?
Oh yeah,
Wow, but are they?
yeah, and they make great throw rugs.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
they
know.
were.
Gave them a little bit of taste of their own medicine
I
and
was
their
gonna
death.
say they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
mhm.
Do they make good jerky? That might be crossing the
I
line.
don't know. You're gonna have to
What
ask
do we-
Ecor, not me.
What are we gonna do now?
I think
Well-
we should still go to Duscall.
Still get a dust call?
Yeah, the dragons
just-
are more
And I would
Oh.
wager.
important than.
I would wager that Fildor.
He's watching us. He told me he's watching us. So just hey, Pildor.
He also had something to do with this, since wasn't he talking with somebody about this? I mean, he was trying to summon bullshit anyway, so he probably has something to do with this.
Probably.
Atticus, will you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Sure
What if
can.
Pildor is the Google of Erubrion? Hey, Pildor.
Can I choose to
Okay,
fail? it?
Pildor.
Huh?
Give
Can I
me a
choose to
help,
fail it? Or
Pildor.
do I have to save? If I know something's happening, can I choose to just let it happen?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just fuck it.
Okay.
104.
What
points.
happened to Atticus?
I'll say.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
I'll say because you're just letting it happen, you do know that a spell was just cast on you. You don't know what it is though. You're not very good with spells.
I'm decent. I'm okay.
Those are different
divine
spells.
I'm not the greatest
You're-
wizard in the world. but-
Your spelling, yeah, is not very good.
Hey.
Yeah, you're not very good at spelling.
Did one of you just cast a spell on me? Be honest.
I
I
can't.
cast the spell of
You're not.
friendship, Atticus.
Did you feel something?
I
DK?
feel a little like something crawling up back. of my stomach. I don't know.
Let's do it again. Avra, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. This time, Elburn, you can do one as well.
I wanna fight a
17.
dragon.
Both
It's
of you
just like
have the same thought at the same
itching.
time. He just asked if a spell's been cast on him, and Pildor said he was watching him. There's a good potential if Pildor is alive that he is crying on Atticus. Both of you also have the same thought that there's a way that you can confirm this with a certain item that Kelpie has.
Frog thing.
Not the frog thing.
Kelsey,
Not the
quickly,
frog
kick
thing.
Addison-
I
kick
don't
Addison
have the
in
frog
back.
thing. Also,
Oh,
I
hold
think
on, hold on, hold
Atticus
on.
took it just for reference because
The
it
frog? I
cursed
did-
me.
Uh,
That's the one that cursed
think
me,
I
and so you made me take it off.
Yeah,
Oh.
because
someone
it was
took the
turning me
frog
into a
necklace.
frog.
somebody
Yeah.
took it. I don't.
I
Nobody took it
don't
off,
remember
and
who.
Nobody took
But
it.
I don't have it.
You just
Can
got it.
Pildor hear me right now? And I'll look at Avra and Elbert.
If he's scrying, yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Pildor, I've killed you once. I will kill you as many times as it takes until it sticks. Just leave me the fuck alone.
I'm gonna go up to Atticus, grab his hands, and cast Dispel Magic.
Well, do you say anything to Kelpie before that, or
Oh, yeah. Well, someone said, yeah, Kelpie, will you come bring the thing?
do you know what I'm talking about?
The
Eye patch.
My eye patch.
yeah.
I mean, Jamo
Okay.
knows. I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. Did you
Kelvin
actually
may
know,
not
Emily?
knows what the thing
I knew
is.
it was a magic item that did that. I didn't know what. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah.
True
I totally
sight.
forgot.
So do you tell her to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll put on the eye patch.
Easily
Use
enough,
True sight.
you see a invisible little glowing ball hanging just above the group.
I see an orb like we did when we fought the giant.
He's watching.
And I will cast Dispel Magic.
Go ahead and roll a d20 plus your spell casting modifier.
The golden rule. Ever heard of it, Pildor?
He obviously hasn't.
When we pee on you.
Avra has a spell.
Is that
I
the
just
golden
remember this
rule?
from when I had to go through. her
When you
spell
were
book.
Avra?
When I was Avra. When I was Avra. You have a spell that specifically like protects people from being scryed on.
But do I have it prepared is the question.
No, there's probably no
You-
way.
You did when I was Avra. I can't remember what it's called. Protection or something.
Protection from scrying.
Protection from divination or something like that.
Something.
Protection from Pildor.
Pildor's protection.
But anyway, roll your d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, I 11.
Yeah, the spell is not dispelled. But your
Um,
but
Well,
that
this is
spell
awkward.
but that spell slot is used.
Did it work?
Kelpie, you still see the ball?
Yeah,
I
don't
do.
have anything prepared.
Yeah, you do still see it.
That's
I-
like saying bye to
the
someone,
ball's
but
still
going
there.
the same way. Oh, this is awkward. It's still here.
I
Well-
can definitely get rid of this tomorrow.
if Pildor is scrying on Atticus, does that mean that only wherever Atticus is where?
You would know enough about the spell to know that you can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration. So if you can see and hear as if you're there, it's basically if you're within earshot of Atticus, within 10 feet of earshot of Atticus, he can hear and see you.
All right.
So it's not safe for Atticus to go where we go then.
Well, I mean, if
I
we're
mean, he
just
can
going,
scry on any one of us.
Yeah, if we're
on
just
that.
going.
Also,
to
scrying
the
only lasts for
dragons-
scrying only lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're going to follow you in, right, gang?
Let's go
To
there.
follow you when we go.
Go to
I think he already
follow.
knows.
Wow.
Now for 10
He's been
minutes.
watching
of-
us for a while.
He
now
knows
for
we're
10
going after
minutes
the
of
It's only
fart
been 10
noises.
minutes.
10 minutes of fart noises.
Well, I've been eating a lot of that blue goo. Really went through me, so
dragons.
let it out. I go, Kelpie. Where is the ball exactly in the air?
In 2 seconds.
Is it just above Atticus, or is it in?
It's just like above all of you. Like
it's
a ten, like
floating
just
above us.
like just 10 feet kind of above Atticus.
I was gonna
floating
fart.
about 10 feet.
Oh. Yeah, we'll just sit here for 10 minutes.
The ball disappears.
Oh,
Alright, let's
thank
go!
God. Thank God.
Hey guys, the ball's gone.
Run!
Right.
Right. I'd say Kelpie maybe toss that on every few minutes and
I
check
think
us
I
out.
can only use the true sight
Once per day.
All right,
I
well,
think it
then
lasts
we
an
need to
hour.
not do too much plotting the rest of today.
Let's just walk. We know where we're going. We know what we're here for. Let's just walk.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Don't do
Yeah,
anything
Atticus, why don't we-
embarrassing.
I'll hang out in the back with you. Hold up the rear guard in case we need to fall back, since he seems to like you since you lopped off his head. So
Oh, he loves me. If he loves me now, he's gonna love me the next time I see him.
Oh yeah, I'll be right there with you as long as I can.
We love an arch nemesis.
I also
So
think he might be a vampire. I just want to throw that out there.
you thought that
We all
last
thought
time
that
too.
the first time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he might be a vampire.
Cool.
Cool.
He did say something
I did
about the
already
sun,
ask-
but I don't know if that was real.
I did ask Demetrius about him. He said he doesn't know him. So.
I checked the mirror and he.
Not
he
all
had a
vampires
reflection.
know each other.
No,
He had a
but
reflection.
you figure you ask.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
though.
Demetrius pointed that out. When
He did.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
if
no.
Demetrius is telling you the truth, man.
You should let Demetrius out.
Atticus, you're getting
Definitely
some
not.
real weird
Oh,
trust issues
that's much
lately, and
better.
it's getting a little tired. I'm not gonna lie, buddy.
Yeah,
Having
what
a
makes
bad
us
couple days, man.
For sure, we all
Right.
are. It's been
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys.
Kumbaya.
So tired.
all right, you children. All right, so I gotta wrangle you in. So you guys ride because you do still have horses, and or Eeyore, and or Kelpie, and or Gustav. And you
Gustav's
guys.
gone right now.
Okay, cool. And so you guys ride. For brevity's sake, we'll go ahead and say that you guys ride for a little over a week and a half. If there's anything that you guys would like to do during this time, now would be the time to tell me.
I think I cast sending I cast sending to like Drigo and
Yeah.
a bunch of the people in all the major cities to let them know that there's the dragon that was at Stagham is potentially on the loose, although not necessarily in current danger, but could be in the future.
Cool. Yeah, we'll say with your sending spells and with Ava has sending as well, right?
I have message. I don't have sending.
Okay, cool. So with your sending spells, we'll say that you hear from Drigo, and he tells you that he's doing okay. He's out of the hospital now, and he's just spending his time helping the city with the injured and rebuilding and stuff like that. And that the city has not been attacked. Your parents let you know that the city has not been attacked. They also let you know that your sister Thalia has been chosen to lead the group to hunt the green dragon. Because as you might not remember, but just to remind you of your own backstory, Thalia is she's the captain of basically the
My
So-
badass older sister.
yeah, she's your badass older sister, and she has been selected to lead the group to go and try to find the green dragon. You also, I don't think any of you know anybody in Duskhall.
I was gonna have you send a parent message to my mother and tell her that we're gonna see her in a couple days.
My dad lives in Duskhall, but I don't talk to him.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
no,
was gonna
I
say-
talked to him. Can you send a message?
Rev
I think that
Senior.
my mom's there, but
The last
I
time you
think
guys
we
tried
already
sending,
to
yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't think I would.
You were
maybe I'd
just-
try like once, but
Yeah, you were just a little bit too young the last time you saw her, and it's just a little bit hard to.
right.
Yeah, memories.
I figured it was my description that didn't allow the sending to go through, not that like something had happened. So I don't think I would try it again. And plus,
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, the last time the spell was cast, there was a difference. It wasn't as if the spell failed; it was as if it couldn't happen, couldn't be
Couldn't find the
cast.
person, yeah. Right. Okay, cool.
I would spend a good part of our ride with side by side with Kelpie, just talking about what if scenarios,
Okay.
having some serious conversations about listening to us and what she wants to do, but also in our free time going through it's because I'm reading Aragon right now, but there's a part where
Yes.
where him and Brahm are writing, and he just goes through all these battle scenarios and spends the whole day making him solve these what if puzzles, and by the end of the day he's starting to figure out that
Logic
better. I want to do that
puzzles.
kind of thing.
Hmm.
I'm rolling my eyes at that because I still am under the impression that we shouldn't be Kelpie's parents.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll just be like, "Ugh,
I'm not. I'm her mentor.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just
Not
She's
only
my
that, we're legal guardians essentially.
Essentially.
illegal guardians.
As long as I
Yes.
don't
No,
do
no.
it, I guess.
Tommy said we could, so
Yeah.
And
I cast
that's
Spirit
legally
Guardians.
binding.
So is that it?
Yeah.
Take a couple shits.
Am I able to rest so I can get rid of exhaustion and everything?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just that first day.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys finally reach the outskirts as the evening closes. You've crossed the Ara River, and you are now making your way. You see the lights in the distance of the small village of Pine Drift, where months ago Atticus and Elburn first met one another as security for Gavin and Guillaume Whitleaf as they traveled to Lake Peak and started this journey so long ago. And because you were both here, you both know of the two main taverns and inns in the town. One is called the Rare. I think it was called the Rare Goat Inn. That is where Atticus, you and your family are staying. And then there's a smaller one, a little bit quieter, called the Cunning Frog, where Elburn stayed. And it's a pretty small town, just a nice farming town. Actually, not so much farming, mainly like a lumber town. They do a lot of trading in lumber, and relatively small. Definitely smaller than Lake Peak. A little bit bigger though than the village that you guys went through, Dewshire, last session. So yeah, you are on the outskirts of Pine Drift.
My monitor just shut off. I cannot see you guys right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Good for
fix it.
you.
okay,
see you.
No, it's just my monitor that shut off.
okay, cool.
Everything else is working, so I'm gonna work on that for just a second.
Yeah, you're good.
While Atticus works on something out in front of him that he seems to be square, it's very bizarre. He's indisposed, so like the Cunning Frog was pretty nice. I know he said he had family here, but I'd like to maybe grab a drink if anyone would like to do that from
Is this
the.
where you guys got that butt water?
No, that was Eastboro.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
No,
it's
we
further.
started. we met
It's
here.
further north.
What a shame.
It's on the way to Lake Peak. Is what we got.
Okay.
No, it would be nice because I want to visit Tim and Weimer.
Yeah, I would be in for a drink. I'm sure Atticus would like a little bit of time on his own. With
That's in Eastboro, different town.
Yeah, Eastboro. I just said that while you were doing something.
Oh, sorry. I just hopped in. I just unplugged the whole power strip. I don't know how I did
Yeah, well, thank God your computer wasn't.
I cast
what is the
mending
power
on your
strip?
monitor.
I'll
But,
grab a drink.
I'd like to get a drink at the Cunning Frog. If I remember correctly, they did have a tavern in the lower floor.
Sure. Let's do
I
it.
mean, you guys are welcome to come meet the old fam.
I would love to meet your fam. I've talked to them, many times. feel
Yeah,
like we
I would
have rapport.
love for you guys to meet him if you guys want to, under no pressure.
Yeah, I would love to.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'll catch up
Ugh.
in a second. I am gonna stop at the Frog real quick though.
Well,
Kind of rude, but yeah, let's go. It's fine.
And a long.
All right, so
That's
who's
fine. Go to the tavern before we go to the tavern.
Okay.
All right, so who's going to the Cunning Frog? Elburn and Ray.
well, now it's just awkward.
I wonder why.
I look at Ray and go, you don't have to come if you don't want to. I just want to stop in like.
I mean, I'm not really much of meeting families, but I guess if
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be a better group member.
That. I mean, you know what? Just go with them for now. I'll meet you guys in a second.
But I'm going because I want to, not because you told me.
Of course, you're your own person. I'm not gonna make you do anything. I like seeing you walk away. I mean, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
All right,
Don't make
okay.
it weird. Don't make it weird.
Damn it, I'm sorry.
Okay, then I leave, and I do a little butt shake.
I
Elburn.
turn around like a child, just
Yeah, Elburn's low charisma strikes again, but also succeeds.
Well, I have low charisma also. So
Exactly, compliments. So we'll start with you, Elburn. You make your way to the Cunning Frog.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a small, just simple 2-story establishment. You enter into the establishment and you see a familiar face there, the face of Sarah Dalton. She's a human woman, long brown hair put into a messy bun, has an apron on. Uh, Currently, just seems to be serving a few members, not a lot of people here.
I give her a quick wave. I say, do you happen to have? I don't remember if you have like a washroom in the back.
Oh, have you? Oh, and you see it like it took her a second because it's been months for her and she has had a few patrons. But she looks and she says, "Oh yes, oh hello, yeah, I remember you.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah.
We do usually for paying customers."
Well, great, because I'm gonna stop in for a drink. I've been traveling for a while, so I want to hit the head before I.
Gotcha, understood. Yeah, yeah, just around in the back there.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
I go to the back and I go. Do you have any new ales for the record?
Yeah, actually, we just got a shipment of carrot ale and something called Clearwater from Eastboro.
Clear. You know what? I'm gonna have some of that clear water. If you can have that for when I get back, that'd
Okay.
be awesome.
Yeah.
And I walk to the washroom wherever that is, shutting and locking the door.
Okay.
And I stand for a second and I deeply inhale and I just okay. Mistra, I don't know if you can hear me or are listening to me. I need some. I don't know if you you know this. You're a god. You're a goddess. You would know this. Xavier Sinex is still alive. He managed to pull some bullshittery that I would have done. We're currently going after the dragons, which I'm sure he's involved with. But if you could provide any sort of guide, this is weird. I shouldn't be doing this in a bathroom. You know what? I'm halfway here. We need to know where that fucker is and what's going on with that. And if you could provide anything, that would be great. I know you don't owe me any favors because of my shit, but we're on a tough path, so would appreciate it. And I just turn and leave and go back and sit at the bar.
Well, hold on.
I fake wash my hands.
Yeah. Hold on just a second. Roll an Arcana check, but it's kind of gonna act as a persuasion check.
Okay.
But your charisma is so shitty.
It's garbage. Whoa. That's a 26.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So you're sitting there and you're calling out to Mistra. And you feel this tingle in your brain as if you're not alone in your own mind. But it's not an unpleasant feeling. And it's something that takes you a second to kind of get accustomed to. And then it kind of fades a little. And you shake your head thinking, must have been unsuccessful. And you go to kind of wash your hands, and then you look up at the steel polished mirror in front of you. And around your neck is a necklace that looks similar to the medallion that used to be implanted on your chest. It has the symbol of Mistra, but in a silver, kind of bluish metal. Seems to be very ornate. a little bit smaller, much more pleasant looking than the black metal medallion that used to be. And you go to touch your chest, and it's not there, it's only in the mirror.
I like touch the mirror.
You go to touch the mirror, and your hand goes past the mirror, and you're able to grab the medallion, and you pull it back past the mirror, and then now the mirror is just a mirror again, as you now are holding this medallion in your hand. And this medallion allows the user to cast the spell Scry once per day.
All right. I immediately understand that that's a thing, and just kind of I look in the mirror. I'm not sure where to look. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I put it around my neck and kind of like hide it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's not like super obvious, but like still like there. And then I just kind of thanks. And I turn around and leave. And I turn around. And I was like, oh shit. And then I forget to like I pull the thing to like flush. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I go to the bar and get that when the clear.
You said you wanted some clear water?
Yeah, where'd you? What is it? What is clear water?
Oh, I get it from this place called the Ghastly Basket up in East Borough.
No shit.
Yeah. To be honest, they wanted me to call it something else.
Butt water.
How did you know?
And I pull out one of the empty bottles. I go, this was the first iteration.
Oh my goodness! Wow, so you know, Tom and or Tim and Weimar.
Tim and Weimer, yeah. I'm glad that.
I never know whether it's Tim or Tom.
No, it's for sure. It's Tim with two eyes.
And that's how I'll remember.
Yeah, it's Tim with two eyes. Isn't
Oh,
that
okay,
nice?
that is nice. Yeah, because he has two eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that.
Yeah, but no, they came into town recently and said that they, left the Ghastly Basket in the hands of someone else, and that they were, going about trying to sell their wares.
Good for them. That's what I mean. My buddy and I, we met here. I don't know if he ever came in here. His name was Atticus Varcona. We met here to get okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
We met them and we encouraged them. They were like, "Well, we got this stuff that we're working on, but it's not very good." We're like, we'll be the judge of that. We took a drink. It was.
Well, they said from here they're gonna go to Duskull. So if you wanna.
I mean, I think I'll have to head out that way. That'll be kind of nice to see Tim and Weimer. That'll be
Great.
nice.
Great.
This is delicious. I think we're gonna have this one, so I'll go ahead and pay. And how much is this?
For the one butt water, it's just a silver.
Yeah, I give 3 gold.
Oh my goodness! Thank you. You do not have to do that. But
perfectly.
as she takes it
Yeah,
and puts it in her.
I go perfectly well aware, but you've earned it. It's good to see you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you for remembering my name. It's good to see you again.
You know what? I want you to guess. Guess what my name is.
Oh, I know it. I just don't remember how to spell it. How do you spell it?
What do you think? If you know it, you would also know how to at least like attempt to spell it. So like.
Yeah, no. I've heard multiple iterations of that name before, and I just didn't know. And I just don't want to pronounce it wrong.
I got you. It starts with a B. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know.
Yeah, so what's my name?
So B.
Mm-hmm.
O.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah. My name is Bob.
Yeah, great. Yeah, and I just thought, I just wanted to make sure that, I mean, I knew it was, so that is how you spell it. So you spell it the normal way.
Yeah, or it's Elber.
What?
That's my actual name. It's Elber. I was just fucking with you. Here, and then I give her another gold.
she grabs it and kind of huffs and then goes to help somebody else.
I finish my drink and then go to with everybody.
All right, so you guys make your way to the Rare Goat Inn, as you don't laugh at my names. Uh, as you I hate being a DM. As you guys walk into as you guys walk into the Rare Goat Inn, you do see immediately, Atticus, you see behind the bar, you see the kind of like burly guy known as Patrick Oakley, who is the bartender of this place. And then before you can even look at anyone else, you hear Atticus! Hey! And you turn to see Dorman, who you probably don't know.
Dorman, yeah, Dorman.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? Oh my god, have you come here to drink me under the table again?
Yeah, you are the farmer / drinker that I wrote my notes about. Of course I am, man. I'm excited to see you again.
This is the man that you spent your night with the night before you left for Lake Peak. Oh man, it's so good to see you again. And then this commotion causes a nearby table to also be emptied. As Atticus, and the rest of you see a woman with red hair put into a tight bun, sprinkled with gray and white strands, almost as if she had just come in from the snowy exterior. You also see an older gentleman with long white hair and a mustache that is even grander and more curly than Atticus's. And then you see a small young woman, looks to be a teenager, also yet again with red hair and just like covered in freckles, seems to be a bit tanner than the others. And at the foot of this table is a large grayish with like a tinge of red in the fur Burmese mountain dog. That all of these people, including the dog runs up to you, Atticus, and puts his big paws on your shoulders. I mean, he's the size of Gustav, and he starts to just lick your face and
drop all of my gear and everything and just run over to everybody and just give a good hug and just start crying.
There's a big group hug that happens,
Cry?
and
I can't resist a group hug. I'm in there.
Come on, Pharaoh. This is my family. Everybody's my family.
Oh yeah, everybody.
This is my other family.
Everybody, like all of the Varconas, willingly accept without hesitation anybody who wants to join the hug. And your mother grabs your face and is just, I mean, tears are just running down her eyes, and she just kisses you on your cheek, and then she just looks at you and she says, "Oh, I know that you're out there doing what you need to do, but boy, if I missed his face," and she squeezes your cheeks. Oh man! And then Georgia comes up to you and she hugs around your waist, and she's a lot taller than the last time that you saw her. And
you're like a bean sprout.
She looks at you and she looks at you and she says, "Yeah, well, that's what happens when you don't visit for months at a time, you little jerk." And she kind of like punches you in the abs, but it barely notices.
I have presents.
Okay, well, and then she like pushes in on your abs and then takes the punch back. Your grandfather comes over to you and just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. "It's good to see you, son."
It's good to see. There were times where I didn't think I'd see you guys again, so this was really nice.
"So, who are all your friends?" your mom says.
Oh, please, these are. To be honest, they've kind of been my family since you guys have been gone these last couple months. They've taken amazing care of me. So please introduce yourselves, and I'll point to you guys.
The mom will stand up and she will say, "Hi, I'm Dorothy Varcona. It's such a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you so much for taking care of my son and, keeping him safe during all the crazy stuff that I've heard has happened to you. This is my daughter, Georgia. And you see Georgia kind of shyly wave her hands. And then the older gentleman, he says, I'm Eustace, Eustace Farcona. I'm this boy's grandpop. It's nice to meet all of you. And
You have a beautiful family.
and his Dorothy's eyes go wide. God! And she comes over and she gives you another big hug. She like kisses you on the cheek and then she gives you a little slap. You know, for the longest time I thought you really were a god. You're lucky that I can read and I know what.
I like to think I'm a
I know
god
what-
with a lowercase g.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute.
Don't do that.
Oh,
He kind of
man.
he's almost a god. He's brought a man back from the dead.
That's funny.
It was nothing.
No, he did. I saw
Absolute
it. He pushed a
miracles.
diamond into his chest and he came back to life.
I turned
What?
away and whisper in her ear, but I could have done that when I was younger. And then like lean over.
So that's to me.
Yeah.
She just rolls her eyes.
I don't notice. Like I look for it, like
Yeah.
still trying to be like
Well, in that case, I am very thankful that you've been there for my son. Thank you all so much. We love this little kid, and he may not be a little kid anymore, but we do sure love him.
We love him too.
You.
Oh, like
I pinch his cheeks. Atticus.
I'd love to stay longer, but I think we're only here for the one night. We're gonna be gone tomorrow morning. We have important things to deal with.
Oh, where you going next?
Duskull. We're off to Duskull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You've heard about what's happening with
Yeah, we've
yeah.
heard. Is that why you're going?
Yeah. Well, we actually we did we were in Stagham. We actually did we killed one of the dragons.
What?
We did. Long story short, it didn't take. But so we got to kill it again. But we're on top of everything, Mom. I promise you.
Honey, you're just a kid from Steep Cliff. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
I am not a kid from Steep Cliff anymore. I mean, I am. I'll always be a kid from Steep Cliff.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, there's a lot that I've seen and witnessed in the last couple months that have really opened my eyes.
Well, that's good. I'm glad your eyes have been opened to new experiences. And I hope that you've become a mature, accepting, and forgiving young man.
Why's that, Mother?
And she looks over your shoulder.
Oh, you better not.
Oh my god.
I'll turn around.
He's standing there.
Yeah, I'll tackle him.
Oh, God.
Whoa, what?
You son of a bitch! And just start running
The
at
rest of you see a man standing in the inn. He looks skinny. He looks a little bit malnourished. He has red hair that has been cut very short. And has kind of like a scraggly red beard with a shot of white, very similar to Atticus. Atticus, I need you to roll a athletics check, please.
Dirty 20.
That beats his 18. So you tackle him to the ground, and your mother immediately, Atticus, no, stop it, Atticus.
I told you never to come back here.
He is just looking up at you, slightly wide-eyed, and he's not saying anything, and he's not fighting back. The rest of you, do any of you do anything?
I walk over to Atticus
Yeah,
and try to get him off.
gently, kind of grab one shoulder and try and lift him up. Like, come on, bud,
Yeah.
come on.
Okay, so Elburn and Rev are trying to get you off your dad. Do you resist?
Yeah.
What's his dad?
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
Ray
you don't.
says that loudly.
Yeah, I'll resist, but I'm assuming
I-
both of them will be able to,
I mean,
get around. But
eventually, I think
will resist.
I think
yeah.
eventually the roles will have it to where
For
they
sure.
do beat you. So, yeah, he's resisting, but the two of you are able to get him off of this man who none of you know who he is, and he doesn't get up, but he does kind of like lean up on his elbows, and he just looks at you with a very sorrowful face.
You
Yeah,
alright,
I'll
man?
just say, everybody, this is my no good father.
I let go of you, and I just back up.
Nice to meet you.
And I fully do
I
that.
won't tackle him again. I've kind of calmed.
As you
Dad?
Your mother kind of like steps in between the two of you. Atticus, when the dragons attacked, your dad was out in the wild. We can't just let him, you know.
Why he did that to us? He did that to the whole town.
You don't know what he went through. Are we gonna have this argument again?
I guess so. Because you let him back in.
Will you just hear him out?
I did, and he wouldn't tell me.
Because he couldn't. He was trying to protect you, son.
I don't need to be protected from him. He needs to be protected from me.
The man stands up and he kind of nods to the rest of you. And he says, I'm Phineas. Nice to meet all of you. And then he looks to you, Atticus, and he says, you're right. I'm sorry. I broke a promise, and you're right. And he leaves the tavern.
Bye.
And then Georgia walks up to you, Atticus, and punches you in the stomach again. You jerk! And then she runs off after her dad.
Side question.
Yeah.
The conversation was just between Atticus and Ray when he talked about his father getting killed. Yes. Or is that with everybody? I remember I heard about
I'm
it, but I
pretty
couldn't remember if
I've
Kelpie
said
did.
it to like everybody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's told everybody that his dad was dead. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Then I would lean over to Aaron
Especially with
for-
all the traveling that you guys have done. If it's
For
not been
sure.
explicitly
100%
stated.
come up.
Yeah.
Cool.
I turn to Atticus and go, all right, so I destroyed a city. You lied about your dad. That's comparable.
Why does
I'd
nobody
say so.
die here?
You,
Why does nobody die here?
This is my family, everybody.
You have a beautiful family, except for maybe your dad. I'm not sure what's going on there.
He's a good man. He's just.
I thought he was dead.
You told them your
What?
father was dead?
Yeah, he was dead. He's been dead to me.
Oh, that's different. Atticus.
She looks at
I
you.
didn't lie.
She looks at you and a single tear falls down her face. This is not the man that I helped raise. And then she goes out the tavern.
So you what?
Everybody, welcome home. Is
This
Rex
has been
still
a-
here? Is my dog still here?
Yeah, Rex is still there and Eustace is still there.
You'll never leave me. I don't look at Rex.
Eustace comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Me neither. That guy's a prick. And he's my son.
What happened when I was gone, Eustace?
Atticus,
You call your grandpa by his first name.
your mom,
Gramps? What happened, to Gramps? When I was gone?
your mom and your sister, they love Phineas, as do I. And they know what I know and what you know, but aren't willing to accept that family is always family. I'm not
I
Vin
know,
Diesel.
I know,
I'm not Vin
I know.
Diesel.
Stop. Family.
And he looks at you and he says, family will always make mistakes. But if you aren't willing to forgive them, then you are never willing to love them.
God damn it, Grandpa. I always got to make such good points.
and a bit of you, Atticus, when he says that, just a bit of you subconsciously kind of glances over towards Kelpie.
I did as well. In my mind's eye. Yes.
That was beautiful, Eustace.
Oh God.
So let's drink
Fuck
about
up, kid.
Oh, I
Yes,
would love to
please.
drink about it.
Yes,
Gramps?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. They got this stuff here called butt water. It's so good.
It's the best, right?
Oh, it's
So-
really nice.
Fun fact, Atticus, the place that I went to before this, just to like check in, because I was trying to see if they had butt water. They call it clear water there,
Oh,
but it's the same thing. And Tim and Weimar are gonna be in
Tom.
It's Tim. She said Tim.
I'm pretty sure it's Tom. I'm pretty sure the guy said his name was Tom.
Why do you know him?
I was there when he sold it to the bartender.
Oh, you met Tom and Weimar? Aren't they great guys?
Oh,
Tim and
super
Weimar.
nice. Very passionate.
Yes, very passionate.
They're gonna be Tim and Weimar.
Oh, hey.
Tom.
What happened to that little kid and that guy, that nerdy guy?
So when are we gonna get those drinks?
The little kid and the nerdy guy.
Yeah, the ones that you were going up to Lake Peak for. The whole...
Gonna- but
They they died.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. How you doing? Well, how they doing? Did they make it okay?
How you doing?
I mean, how they doing? I'm old. I'm fucking old.
Did you hear about the attack on?
Yeah, you told me
Lake
about it.
Peak?
Yeah, you told us about it.
They were at the center of it.
Atticus, that's a kid. That's pretty morbid to say.
I wish I was lying.
Yeah, 2 bottles over here, please.
In my head, my grandpa is now Al Pacino. That's my.
Telling me.
Whoa! Yeah. So, you know what? I think that sounds like a good place to end it for this week.
Oh my god.
So we will start off next week decompressing with some social drinking in the Rare Goat Inn while Atticus has been reunited with his family even more so than he thought he was going to be.
A lot has happened today.
Yeah, this was
Just going through it.
this was a rough session for our party. They realized that as powerful as they are, this is an entire world that they are trying to help, and that it's going to require some strength and some sacrifices and some cunning. And so we will see what our party does in next week's session. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for watching Charmed Persons. We love you, even if we're just talking to ourselves. And David Cole. So
You
much
got
love.
him.
Yeah. So much love to all of you, and as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.